Attention, true crime community. True crime community has been infiltrated.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost.
Is compromised.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are.
True crime community has been infiltrated.
Yes, it's there. Yes, it's there. Yes.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
You work in a fucking gym, and you're 45!
I do not want any spies or snitches stuck to my chest.
I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer. What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
So that's the rules, and you can't stick to them. Whatever. Those rules aren't real. You can't stick to them!
Do it my way.
Get ready for the shit show. Smoke them if you got them. Make sure you have your cigarettes. Make sure you have your drinks. Make sure you have all your stuff ready because it's going to be a hell of a day today. Understand me when I say people are fucking sick of this.
I need you again, so stick around. So stick around.
She told her subs and everybody to get ready for the shit show that was going to be put on today. She was well aware of it before it happened. She told you to get your cigarettes, your snacks, and your drinks.
So stick around.
Say that I wasn't including Queen B, okay? I've said that on every single live. I'm not talking about Queen B. I'm not talking about Queen B. Guess what? I was fucking talking about Queen B.
Leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I go. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Queen B, bring the information on Queen B. We're done with Queen B. Queen B's in my crosshairs. There's Queen B's channel. Queen B thinks she can. But Queen B is reformed. I bet you Queen B gets tricked. Queen B.
Fake PI trash bag bitch is so obsessed with me.
You'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I go. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Queen B would think she could.
Anybody at Queen B show earlier.
We talked about Queen B and stuff. I didn't listen to Queen B's.
I heard Queen B. We got bailing on Salty for Queen B, and some people not the Queen B. I don't understand why anybody's afraid of her.
About Queen B over here on Queen B.
Queen B, show her face, show her face, show her face.
That's real rich coming from somebody who wears pantyhose on his face every live.
Don't let go. I know you feel the same. You'll always be my broken love.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been...
What up?
What's up? Welcome to the.
I told Joneson to come in here and talk some shit with us, but she's busy right now. So
Yeah. Welcome to
with us next time.
Yeah. Welcome to the new reality.
Yeah,
We are
you
the
know,
new
I was gonna say
reality.
you were starting to fill me in, and I'm like, what the fuck? So fill me in here. Put it on me here. Let me know because I don't know about
Okay.
I don't know about
So
this.
I'm hearing. I first heard this in Discord. This is Dolly. So people are saying Dolly's like B Tim. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And
Oh,
I
I heard.
jump.
Okay, so I did hear something about Dolly had said your name or something about that. I can't. I don't know.
And I jump and I check. I'm like, okay, let me see. And he's talking like the Turtle Boy. And
I seen he said there was only one Turtle King or something like that. I was dying.
and he just basically just laid it out. Like he completely rejects everything like what he's doing to the, infecting investigation. He says Turtle Boy's going to jail.
We can look. It just says it shows up on StreamYard now. It says Wing Zero gifted 5 Hive memberships, and it comes up on the screen the screen too now.
Nice.
Thank you, Wing Zero. I didn't know it come up on the screen like that. That's pretty cool. Thank you, love.
He's talking about he believes that Karen Reed accidentally killed her boyfriend.
Oh hell.
He's like she was drinking and driving. What he's doing is messing up the jury pool on purpose. I'm just sitting here and I'm like, he's like pressure campaigns like that is wrong. And then I hear Betty is against Turtle Boy. And I'm like sitting here and I'm like, what the fuck? Did I just like wake up in an alternate dimension here where like people like, what the fuck is going on? And then I hear the Glare is defending Turtle Boy and saying it's not so, it's not as like bad as, JLR, and he's trying to show an example. And then he shows an example of Quentin Simon with Bullhorn Betty. I'm like, it's the same fucking thing. What are you talking about? The guy is doing the same thing as Quentin Simon. So why are you going after Bullhorn Betty over Quentin Simon and not going after Turtle Boy for what he's doing? And I'm sitting here, and he also was going after.
Look, Rowena said, "Am I hot?" Yes, I am.
Yeah. And then he's reviewing Profile with Pat Brown and shitting on her about her opinion about how Turtle Boy's a grifter and how there's like a whole industry of like just basically pretend like kind of saying this person is innocent when they're clearly guilty, and you're just getting a bunch of people and stuff like that in their mind. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why is the Glare up fucking Turtle Boy's ass and literally defending everything this guy's saying?
Right, because we went hard as fuck over Georgia. We went hard as fuck over Tennessee, over the shit that happened in Tennessee with Don and Candace and their family and all that. We went hard as fuck over the shit that happened in Georgia. We went hard as hell over the shit that happened in Georgia.
I mean, how
now,
is it?
All of a sudden, Glare just thinks that this shit's okay when it's going down over here because what? Because it's the police? I mean, is that why you think it's okay? I mean, I guess I don't fucking understand. How are you not okay with what went on in Georgia and Tennessee, but you're okay with what's going on right now?
Okay, you don't know who Turtle Boy is. Turtle Boy is a blogger / YouTuber / whatever, and he basically does investigations, like a true crime investigations. And he's done a deep dive.
Calls himself a journalist, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, he calls himself an award-winning journalist. You got to get it correct.
What awards did he win?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe his kids gave him an award. And he puts it on the fucking fridge, like a make-believe award. So the guy basically looks into the Karen Reed case, right? He basically does deep dive. People like his coverage. He goes deeper and deeper to the point where he starts harassing people. At one point, and this is in the charges, let me see what he did. What is he accused of? He basically, like, let me see. Kearney also alleged to had a civilian police dispatcher in Avron in Massachusetts and used the state's vehicle lookup tool to share information about vehicles belonging to several people involved in the alleged harassment. The dispatcher was a reader of Kearney's blog, prosecutors said. He also apparently, basically, what was it? he gave like the numbers of people to his thing so they can be harassed. He went in front of a pizzeria owned by one of the family, like the family member of one of the alleged witnesses, to harass and try to close down the pizzeria by protesting, saying that they kill people in the pizzeria and there's blood on the pizza, and encouraging his fans to go there. I mean, I heard one story from Troll Mafia where TurtleBoy's fans went into the pizzeria with their kids and started screaming about there's blood in the pizza. And I'm sitting, so it's multiple things.
Yeah, that's a little too fucking much.
He's harassing about, he's constantly, he says he wants to mess up with the jury pool. He says he wants to fuck with, basically just fuck with these people constantly. Like, he is really bad. He's trying to get people fired from their jobs. He's trying to fuck with their lives. He videotapes them. He calls them cop killers. He states things like as facts. Like, he says they're cop killers. They're murderers. Not alleged.
Like, he takes it way too far, like defamation straight up.
And Dolly is calling him out. Dolly's like, yo, you're going too far. Dolly is saying you have gone too far. And also Betty. I'm waiting for JLR. I'm waiting for him to call him out because that would be the most hilarious. I'll be laughing for like 20 minutes. He deserves 8 films. They're gonna Ben Body, it's worse. All his electronics was taken. His phone, his computer, all that shit. And they're gonna check it now. And they said they're gonna check for the last 6 months. So they're going to see who he's talked to in the last 6 months. And if I was the Glare... I was
wondering, okay, so somebody said they did go take all of his devices. Now, did they take them all, or did they try to take them all?
No, they took them all. TurtleBoy read the warrant.
Okay, do you have the video of it, of him reading it by chance?
I have to go to his channel. Let me see.
I didn't know he. Okay, so I didn't know. I was gonna say if you can go get it, that's fine. If not, I will.
I was watching Dolly Vision reacting to him reading the warrant. So I think it would be the source of TurtleBoy log. Let me see. Okay, so let me see. He pulls out the warrant. Let me see. He gets the warrant. One moment. I'm just seeing where I can get it. I'll find it. But yeah, basically they asked.
What shocked me the most is when somebody said Betty agreed with us. I'm like, oh my god, has hell fucking froze over or what? Because holy shit, what the fuck?
Okay, so
membership. Thank you so much, KDK. Did you find a way to get a membership? Is it showing up? If not, then I'll try to go in here and get the link again. Jimmy, you can't make this shit up.
I'll share my screen. This is from TurtleBoy. So this is him. He goes, and I think this is the warrant he reads.
Okay, this is his live or Dolly's?
His live, not Dolly's.
Okay, let me just in case. I mean, just on the safe side, I'm gonna play. Put the music on or whatever.
Can we play like circus music in the background?
I mean, I guess we could.
Come one and come all to see the freaks. Amazing man, that's one has half man, half turtle. Come all.
Oh my.
All right, let me see. Okay, I'll play it. Are you ready if I play, or you want to wait a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Who's supposed to be in charge of? So this warrant was signed 5 days ago. So they've known about this warrant
5 days ago,
and they just obviously we'll talk about how people were tipped off to it beforehand. I think we all know how, but there's that. It gives them access to all computer systems, including but not limited to desktop type personal computers, laptops, cell phones, tablets, all that stuff. They said we're not going to take your kids' stuff. Oh, that's nice of you. Real nice. Cloud-based systems and data storage, all this shit. CD-ROMs. Sorry, I don't use those. Notations of screen names and or email addresses, computer access codes, passwords, and/or protocols. Any information, including letters, mail, notes, receipts, bills, etc., relating to control or ownership of the computer system. So, as they ransacked the house, they looked through everything. So I got down here when I take notes on the live show. Over the years, I just have a bunch of shit, right? All this shit. They read it all. They read it all. They even saw this one. They even saw this one. Oh, where'd it go? They got that one. Remember that? That we made on Turtle Club.
So they even knew they knew they were going to hit his ass 5 days ago. So they had been planning this warrant.
Yeah, they've been planning it for a while, and they're getting access to his cloud, all his computer systems, all his cell phone. Anyone that talked to this guy in the last 6 months, the state is going to know about what you said to him. So if I was the glare, I would hope that you didn't say anything.
Did him and the glare have any private conversation?
Well, I mean, they have to set up the interview, right?
I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe that's Twitter. I mean, I figured they would communicate it by Twitter, honestly.
Maybe. But, and also, imagine if there's going to be more charges that is going to come down the pipeline. And this guy is facing, for each witness intimidation, for a murder case, has a sentence of 2.5 to the maximum of 20 years in jail. And he has 8 counts. And he has a conspiracy count for that whole, with the dispatcher. This guy is facing, 110, what's a maximum? Maybe they'll give him concurrent. Maybe if he gets lucky, he'll only get 2.5 years. But they could hit him for 160, maybe 170 years in jail because he wanted to harass people. That's just okay, bro. Speed run your life, bro. Yeah, I saw 110, but I looked at someone else and they said but that's for just a normal witness tampering. If you do a witness tampering for a murder case, which this is, could be 2.5 to 20 years.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Katie K, thank you for the 1999 super chat. She said, "Pretend I'm green." I don't know how to get the iPhone link, baby. That's what you need is the iPhone link, and I don't know where to find it. I don't know how to get it. I don't know where it's at. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure it out. Bathtub Mary said he won't see a day in jail.
Well, good luck with that because they got him dead to rights with the conspiracy with that dispatcher. And once they go through his phone and all his fucking computer and cloud systems, they're going to find a lot more shit. That's not going to be good for him. So I suspect more charges coming down the pipeline. I don't think this guy, I think if he's lucky, he'll do it a couple of years in jail. And I was right about the bail. I said it was going to be under $10,000. It was not even that. It wasn't even. It was free basically. You got to walk out because this guy has probably said some stupid shit and done some really stupid shit behind the curtain, and it's not looking good for him. Let me see.
So yeah, that's for the car. Then this for the house. They got for my house. Also signed on 10/6 by Judge O'Shea.
So they got it for his car and he got it for his house, just in case he's trying to hide anything in his car.
Same shit. His house is a single-family residence with light blue-gray siding. Front door in the center of the residence. Driveway leading from the street to the left side of the home, which leads to a garage under the residence and a mailbox at the end of the driveway with the stickers that read 111. So they had been staking my house out. Because how do you think they knew what time my kids got on the bus? That wasn't an accident. They had this plan.
Yeah, they didn't want to arrest you in front of your children. They gave you a courtesy, actually. Luckily, let's compare real corruption and bullshit corruption. Like this guy's trying to claim bullshit corruption. Real corruption. You remember that Long Island auditor guy, Queen?
Sorry, my brother walked in. What'd you say?
Remember that you know how they tried to arrest that Long Island auditor for just a B misdemeanor trespassing, and they went from one county to another with plainclothes officers, and they did that because he walked and knocked on the door of the commissioner's wife, and they were like, "Fuck this," and then they got 8 orders of protection against him for just a YouTube comment in his YouTube channel. You remember that guy? You know, and you remember the plainclothes police officers that went from Nassau to Suffolk? Yeah. And then this guy's complaining that they basically let his kids, didn't arrest him while his kids were there, kind of made sure to get him out, had a warrant. I'm like, you don't know what real corruption is. This guy, there's like an opposite. Like there's like real corruption, Long Island auditor with that commissioner guy. Fake corruption, this guy. He's like a fucking Karen, this guy. It's like crazy. He's crying about them arresting him in front of his kids. Okay. Whatever. I guess I'm wrong.
Wednesday, there was at least 6 cop cars, undercover cop cars, like I was fucking like some armed and dangerous terrorist or something. Like that's how they treated me today. And then there's the warrant for, what's this one for? This is a warrant for any mobile device reasonably used by Aidan Carney to illegally intercept oral communications. Wiretapping, they're going for it. I'm not charged with that. Conspire, disseminate the illegally obtained communication, and intimidate witnesses of the murder of John O'Keefe. So they use this as a fishing expedition to go through my phone. That's all this was today. I'm not guilty of any of these crimes. I'm not even close to being guilty of any of these crimes. And they know that. They just use this as a premise to get my phone because they want to see who I'm talking to. They want to know who I'm talking to. That's all this is about. This is a way for them to exercise their power like the pigs that they are. So the addendum, this is what that gives me access to in the phone. Data evidencing ownership, custody, or control electronic evidence items, including activation date, email accounts, billing records, social media account information, calendars, alerts, reminders, notes, text messages, and pictures or videos from April 1st through October 5th. If you sent me a text message in any of those, the state police are reading them.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Has he done this with other cases? I've heard it wasn't severe. I think Kate explained like it wasn't as severe as what he's doing. But let me see. Oh my God, keep talking, idiot. Yeah, I that guy is not smart. He's calling, I'm going to sit here for the next 2 hours peeling this off. I'm trying to make a lizard tink. Well, good luck with the lizards, Kate. Good luck with the lizards. Cover the kid who was burned in Dominic and wasn't nearly as bad. Yeah, I think he got progressively worse, this guy. He's panicking like Upchurch. Honestly, if I had to choose between being Upchurch and facing like 5 civil lawsuits, or this guy facing almost 200 years in jail, I'd pick Upchurch. I'd rather lose my money than go to jail for 200 years because I thought it was a good idea to harass and intimidate witnesses and do conspiracies for YouTube clout. It's like this guy's going to jail for YouTube clout because a bunch of people said, "Free Karen" with shirts on. No, I'm not going to jail for YouTube clout. No, you can keep your clout.
Sorry. If you've messaged me at all in the last 6 months, your privacy was invaded. If you messaged me under the assumption that you were confidential or you want to share something personal with me, I'm very sorry that the Massachusetts State Police violated your privacy like that because they're obsessed with covering up the murder of John O'Keefe.
Wow, statements of facts. That's a smart move, mister. Smart move. Agreed. If I had to pick a set of legal boos, I'm going Upchurch all day. Yeah, I'll pick Upchurch 100 times out of 100. Glare's messages. Yeah, they might see the glare messages. I don't know. Will it be evidence? Will we be able to see it in the trial? Will there be a trial? Oh my God. That's fucking crazy. Like, this guy has been banished by the Turtle King, which is Dolly. Dolly has banished TurtleBoy. He is... Betty is disavowing this guy, and the Claire is defending this. I can't believe this shit. He's actually defending this shit. Like, what? Come on. Like, I get people have theories, man. I get what the Karen Reed, you know, you can have your theory about Karen Reed. I get it. Some people think it's dog bites. I think it's abrasions. We all can have our theories. There's going to be a trial in 2024. Okay, cool. But you're going to defend this guy? You're going to die on this hill? Okay, Claire. Okay. And then you're going to use the example of Quentin Simon and how Don got fired to basically be like, yo, this is completely different than what TurtleBoy does. What? Did Bertha? I came in. Yeah! Betty is disavowing TurtleBoy. He disavowed TurtleBoy. Dolly is sounding like me. Dolly's making sense. I watched his live and I was like, oh my God. Where was this Dolly? Where was this Dolly 2 years ago? I mean, I was sitting there. I was like perplexed. I was like sitting there. He's like, this pressure campaign is wrong. And I'm like, what the fuck? Did I hit my head? Did I go to an alternate reality? Like, I shit you not. If you came to me a month ago, and you told me that I would be complimenting Dolly Vision and Betty and going after the Glare for defending a guy who's doing the exact same. I don't know. I never thought this day would happen. And then I see like people pushing, you know what I mean? Fucking nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts. And you got the Glare shitting on profiling with Pat Brown and putting and comparing her to Critical K. What? Profile with Pat Brown? By the way, Pat Brown does like profiling. You know, she's her channel. You know, she's a profile. She appeared on CNN, MSNBC, Fox, NBC, ABC, CBS. She's an actual criminal profile whore. You know, and he's acting like he's smarter than her. And she is a Critical K person. Okay. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. But at least Dolly actually like acknowledges that that's a bad thing to do. I mean, we got to work with what we can get here, people. Maybe Dolly will change his mind. Who knows? Maybe he'll eventually see the light of day. Who knows? Or maybe this guy will go on Dolly's Vision's YouTube channel and he'll just cave in and get new subs. Who knows? Maybe he'll go on Turtle Island. Maybe there'll be a turtle war. Maybe there'll be a fight for a new Turtle King, and the two Turtle Kings will fight. Next,
They also get any video that appears to have been recorded inside Norfolk Superior Court on July 25th. Evidence of dissemination of illegally obtained oral communication, which was obtained July 25th, 2023. So I'm racking my brain. And also data associated with the Twitter account at Dr. TurtleBoy on July 25th, 2023. Why are they so obsessed with this date? That was the Karen Reed court date. It was like 1,000,000 degrees. And then it hit me. Oh, right. I filmed myself in the bathroom for 12 seconds, taking a leak.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think you filmed yourself when you were harassing, I think, one of the DA or something. I remember that's the video that you were actually at the urinal and you were taking a piss and you said, tell me the truth. Do you think, they killed her or something like that, or some sort of smart ass remark. So yes, they took that because you actually did something illegal, which is film inside a urine in a public bathroom in a courthouse and harassing, I think, the DA. Oh yes, he also was harassing the investigator on this case as well. He was harassing that guy too. Did he actually take it? Let's take it a step further than. Yes, he took it a step further than them. Absolutely. I don't know if you dropped the link, Queen. You haven't dropped the link, by the way. Is this as entertaining to you, than the movie review? I think it's just bizarre. It is bizarre. It is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in a very long ass time. Yeah, I've never seen something so ridiculous like this in a while. But anywho, I don't know if I'm hearing music in the background, if that's me or maybe I have another one open. I don't know. Well, let me play this.
And you just see my face, and I claim to be talking to Bukaki. And so they're saying that was evidence of dissemination of illegally obtained oral communications. No, there's no oral communication.
Yeah, you were doing that.
It's just me talking, dumbass. Fucking pigs. Next, communications with Aiden Carney and any witness or family members of a witness involved in the murder of John O'Keefe, to include, but not limited to, the 8 people that got a stay away order on me today. For now. And I'm going to answer all your questions about donos and all that stuff at the end. I have a thing, trust me. Next is pictures or videos depicting evidence of intimidation of a witness, of any witness, or family members of a witness involved in the murder of John O'Keefe. Data evidencing dissemination of data depicting evidence of intimidation of a witness, of any witness or family members of a witness included in the murder of John O'Keefe. Okay, it's the same thing, it looks like. And data evidence, so that's for all those charges. So 8 felony charges of witness intimidation, which, by the way, the statute for witness intimidation is very clear. I'm very familiar with the statute. I'm surprised they're just dumb. The statute for witness intimidation is that you have to, I believe, put fear or threaten a witness or a cop or somebody involved in a trial, in a criminal trial, for the purpose of intimidating them from speaking, trying to prevent.
Didn't this guy do that? He did that. He actually bragged on his blogs and his videos of doing that. Oh my God. This guy's going to jail. He's going to jail, and he doesn't realize he's fucked. He's absolutely fucked. Like, he's so fucked. It's not, I would rather be fucking. He is so fucked. How do you not realize this? Bro, this is a serious fucking matter. He should have shut his fucking mouth up. If he was smart, he should just shut the fuck up right now. But this is crazy. He is so dumb. Oh my God. You did this, sir. You were celebrating how you were taking down witnesses to the case. You're fucked, bro. You're fucked. You're so fucked. Oh my God. And you have kids. And you you fucking did this for internet clout. You did this for some super chats. And you're going to risk going to jail for almost 200 years for super chats and clout? Sir, you have lost the plot. You have lost the motherfucking plot. That's crazy to me. That's crazier than anything Truth and Transparency has done. That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. You are going to jail, sir. I think you should wake up and realize your fucking new reality and start getting the best criminal defense attorney and shut the fuck up at this point. Move the fuck on. Because if you're lucky, you might get concurrent sentence. And if you're lucky, you might get since you have no criminal record, you might get parole or something. Maybe if you're really lucky. Yeah, he lost the motherfucking plot. He lost the plot. He's done. He went too far and he's going to jail. I don't know how long he's going to jail, but I mean, by calling all the officers pigs and insulting the judge, probably he's going to jail for a while. See, this is what doesn't get to me. You're going against a corrupt. If you think you're going against a corrupt system that is covering up a murder, and you don't think that they're going to gather evidence on you and start getting any sort of little thing to get you in jail, and then you give them all the evidence because you're self-snitching constantly, which, by the way, don't self-snitch. It's a good rule of thumb. Do not self-snitch. Filmed myself taking a leak in the public bathroom. I don't know while others people were using urinal all around me. I don't know. No, but he did that because he was, I think, harassing a DA in the bathroom, or I think someone from the case he was harassing, and he did it as a joke when he filmed himself while taking a piss. Everyone's scared to come up. I think people are scared, Queen. They're frightened.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, not so much scared. I mean, I know that they're busy in Jones's Discord doing a call and shit too. So there's quite a few of them that usually come up that don't. I know I scared Ellie the other night when I jumped down her throat. So
oh shit.
About Turtle Island bullshit when she was reading off comments. I'm like, don't fucking be reading that bullshit. We don't fucking care about no Turtle Island. Wow. She ain't really been back up since. There's just
but you know what's interesting? And literally, let me see.
Go though, people will jump up on that, you know what I mean? But there's some people that just don't really know about this case either,
Well, there's two things in this case. There's TurtleBoy being a complete fucking asshole to the people around it, and then there's legitimate questions of the case.
Right.
And people can ask, people are a little confused. I'm a little confused about things, obviously. But those answers are probably not going to be answered until the trial, which is in March of 2024.
Yeah, so there's a long ways to go with this one too. You know what I mean? The Lady Justice hasn't been around for a really long time. Actually, I haven't seen her for a really long time.
Yeah, but it's crazy. But this guy's. What do you think of this guy thinking that he has not did any witness intimidation? Did you see that part when he's defining witness intimidation just now?
No, I didn't get to hear it. My daughter was actually talking at the same time. So
just watch this part. Watch this part.
Or a cop or somebody. The statute for witness intimidation is very clear. I'm very familiar with the statute. I'm surprised they're just dumb. The statute for witness intimidation is that you have to, I believe, put fear or threaten a witness or a cop or somebody involved in a trial, in a criminal trial, for the purpose of intimidating them from speaking, trying to prevent them from testifying. Good luck proving that.
What do you think of that? Do you think they have a case against him?
Yeah. Okay. Well, all their videos were downloaded, and I'm sure they're going to be used against him. What the hell? And he knows that.
He's so fucked. He's so fucked.
I can't believe he's really sitting there like he's not. Are you serious? Come on.
I'm on record doing the exact opposite. I'm saying that I want them to talk. I'm saying that I want these people.
That's what he realized. That moment of silence, that clarity when he realized, oh, fuck, I was doing that. I am going to jail. He's so fucked. He is so fucked. And oh my God.
To tell us what happened. That's it. And of course, this luck today, my heater shit the bed. I got no hot water here. Just took a cold shower. I can't call my plumber because I don't have his phone number because I had my phone taken from me today. I can't do anything. So,
there's a thing called Google.
Who you are, my plumber out there. If you're seeing this, you can call my 774. Call that one. I can communicate on that. feel free to do it that way. If anybody knows a plumber who wants to help me out tomorrow, we could use hot water. It's one of those things. So anyway, also they.
Really? Really? This dude must be an alien.
What?
The guy's like doing a call. He's like, hey, if you're I don't have the number for my plumber, but if you're watching, plumber, can you give me a call? Oh my God. This guy.
He's just something. I was going to say, he's something the fuck else.
Oh my God. You're going to, I don't know. Like, I can't believe this guy is this. Is he more delusional than the glare? Because he's definitely more delusional. Oh, he's beyond financially fucked. Because after he goes to jail for this, then they can have a slam dunk on him when it comes to the civil case. The civil case is automatically
You know what
won.
surprises me? It doesn't really surprise me because Glare went super fucking hard for Mike too. And I noticed the other day he said something about him bringing him back up. But you know what? Nobody gives a flying fuck what Mike Long has to say. He's the washed up piece of shit that'll never have custody of his kids. He'll never even see his kids again unless they're over the age of 18 and they go back to him or whatever. You know what I mean? They're where they should be. And that's the same thing he's doing with TurtleBoy. He's like going hard as fuck for this dude, knowing damn well he's a fuck up and he's doing, shit that's not right.
Yeah. This guy is worse than everyone that he's done.
He's way worse. I can't believe Dolly and fucking Betty, of all people, agreed with us.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The redemption arc of
maybe they learned a little bit from what we were saying. You know what I mean? Maybe they learned from, what we had.
One of them learned.
Georgia and, the jobs with Candace and Don in their home and,
We see a defense witnesses.
Okay, Runaway Truth here. I was waiting for somebody to bring this up. Not an expert opinion. Hold on. Not an expert opinion. I've taken quite a few dog bite photos for the defense when suspects are bitten by canines. In my opinion, the marks on the descent look nothing like dog bites. Okay, so me and Nunya and a couple other people, I think B-Tim was talking about this in Discord. Now, look, and Jen, I think Jen posted bites that she had gotten too. Oh, fuck. He was really kissing ass, wasn't he? Dolly said B-Tim was the best lawyer on these YouTube streets these days.
Holy fuck. What the fuck?
Something's good. Is he sick? Is Dolly sick?
Is Dolly okay?
Hey, we're going to need you to check Dolly's temp.
Dolly, what's going on?
We're going to have to see if he's fucking sick.
Holy fuck. What's going on?
Okay, so they're saying plow marks. But look, my daughter was bit in the face 10 years ago. What was about 8 or 9 years ago? Right, has health.
Dogs don't have claw. Dogs don't claw you.
She was bit. Did you say they don't claw you?
No, like they're not sharp enough to like claw through clothing, like they're trying to allege because the guy had a shirt on.
Oh, yes, they are.
I don't know about that, but we'll see.
Well, I know for sure because I watched my daughter get attacked and I seen her clothes afterwards, so I know damn for sure, and I got pictures of it. This pit bull ripped her face and her fucking shirt right off. Like,
okay. I'm sorry about that.
On the face. No, I'm serious. We walked in the door. She had on like a fur coat, and this dog, we walked in her aunt's door. She's like, "Oh, come on in. He's nice." I'm like, "Are you sure? He don't look very fucking nice. Like, he don't look very fucking friendly." And he was a pit bull, and he actually was like the color of Meaty, kind of.
Okay. So he's evil.
So he was just. I don't know if he thought that she was like another animal or what he thought because she had a fur coat on. But anyway, she was 2.5, almost 3, walked through the door and he jumped he lunged from the couch from like the love seat couch where it was at to the doorway where we were at. And he grabbed a hold of her face so goddamn fast. And when he grabbed a hold of her, like, of course they grabbed a hold of him, but he clawed with his nails and his mouth. Like he had bit her face not once but twice, and then he grabbed her shirt and ripped it off, and she had claw marks and bite marks on her arm and her chest.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? But that's to a 2-year-old child to a grown ass man.
Yeah, not a 6 foot tall man.
Right. It's a little different than because he's, he's an adult grown man. She's a 2-year-old. So it was a lot different than different circumstances too,
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't see them as like bite marks or claw marks. They don't look. What I think is probably, I saw something on Court TV that was interesting with the medical examiner hypothesizing that possibly like under the car, maybe scraped or some sort of snowplow or something like that. Something scraped him. I mean, that's the $1 million, question.
Yeah, we need a picture of those bites. We need to, or those marks or whatever, like that they say. Saying we need to put those up so other people can see them. But yeah, it was awful. Look, I was more scared of dogs than she was. We went over to her grandma's house, who had a huge pit bull too. My daughter went right up to him, gave him she got a big patch on her face, like huge patch. Her face is swelled out. You know what I mean? Like black and blue. Her eye was black and blue. And she went right up to Relly, her Nana's pit, and gave him a hug, and my heart's pounding out of my chest like, Jesus fucking Christ, I don't want him. What if he tries to bite her because he smells the other dog or something? I was fucking nervous as hell. Like, I didn't want her around no fucking dogs. None.
Yeah.
And when we went anywhere, I'm like, do you have a pit bull? Do you have a dog? Do you have dogs? Before I even allowed her to go inside anywhere, because that was scary as hell. It was very traumatic. Still, 8 years later, I'm traumatized from it. I'm not bullshitting. Like, it fucked with me bad.
Yeah. But I don't know. It doesn't look like a bite mark to me. And also the eyes can be explained away with like basically, blood going to that area. I think they call it raccoon eyes or something like that.
That's what me and Ellie were talking about. Yeah, she was like panda eyes. I started cracking up.
Yeah, I think it's raccoon eyes.
Jen, hold on. She said, I'll send you a side-by-side in Discord of mine and of his. Yes, I was going to say, I want to put it up here so people can see the bite or the marks or whatever that he had on him.
Mm-hmm.
So they know what we're talking about,
Yeah, sure. I think I have to find that. Wait a minute. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm just more like, I'm more inclined to, basically she accidentally hit him and, that happened. So, I'm even kind of like iffy about other things, but I'm going to wait until probably the best thing to do is wait until the trial and see what the cross-examination of the reconstruction expert and the medical examiner. But I mean, I was watching Court TV. They had an interesting panel, like one medical examiner that explained away a lot of things.
Ninny C said, I think we should do a poll. What do you think the poll should be? Is it a dog bite or is it scrapes or abrasions? What do you want it to say?
Probably you'd have to put it up to.
Oh shit! She said mine is okay. So hers is on the left and his is on the right. Now look, these look a lot alike. I'm not even gonna lie.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I'm about to put it up right now. Hold on.
All right.
I'm gonna mute and come in on my phone real quick.
All right, no problem. While you're doing, I'll just continue playing TurtleBoy and laughing at his delusionalness.
They get access to. Yeah, so the witness intimidation thing. Nobody's intimidating any witnesses. Because I'm not trying to prevent them from speaking. So I don't know how they intend on proving that charge, but whatever. It's like they got up there and they just.
All right, I'm gonna keep 1 moment. I just need to prove this. 1 sec. I think I've seen this. 1 moment. Troll Mafia. 1 moment. Let me see. 1 second. Let me see. Let me see if I can. All right, I got. Okay, one moment. I just want to disprove him for 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, guys. 1 second.
You're a middle child. I go down there and I.
All right, let me see. All right, I think this is it.
Again, another one, man. We're chopping them down. Kerry Roberts, no show. Laura Sullivan, no show. Ken Dugald, no show. This guy behind him, Anthony Bianco, no show. We are chopping these people down one by one and shaming them from coming out. We are shaming them.
Do you think that sounds like witness intimidation to me? Just saying. What do you think? Do you guys think?
definitely sounds like witness intimidation.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro,
All right,
you
here's
just
the marks. Okay, so Jen is on the left. He is on the right.
okay, cool.
He said that is my dog bite on the left. These are his bites on their marks on the right. So I did a poll. I put a poll up. I said,
What type of dog does she have?
What kind of dog do you have, Jen?
All right, we got another
Also,
dog.
somebody, Emily sent me a link. I'm going to send it to you, B. Tim. Maybe you can play it real fast because otherwise I'll have to email it to myself. Oh, I sent it to you already.
Well, what link did you play? Send me.
It says,
Boston?
TurtleBoy blogger Aiden Kearney charged with witness intimidation. I just sent it to you on Discord.
Okay, I'll play it. No problem. All right. What type of dogs does Jen have? Jen, what type of dog you have? Do you think these marks look like ours? No.
I think she said a husky or Alaskan Malamute. And
What's
they had a
Alaskan
German Shepherd,
Malamute?
right?
What did Alaskan Malamute?
Did they have a German Shepherd?
Yeah, they had a German Shepherd. Oh, that's what Alaskan Malamute are. Oh, okay. I've seen those dogs before. Yeah, they're pretty big. I don't know. But you're not really showing them all because there's multiple abrasions on his arm. Like his whole arm has abrasions.
We need the Kate. Do you have the whole picture, or do you?
That's only one small part. Let me see. I gotta see. 1 second. Because that's only one small part of his arm. Actually, let me see.
Oh, okay. Well, don't play it because Emily says no. It's actually a male stripper video, so don't play it.
Wait, what?
I don't know. That's just what she said. So don't play it. And Kate said, yeah, she's got the dog bite somewhere. She's got the marks somewhere. I keep saying dog bite, but I try to catch myself and correct it. Marks, I would say.
Here's the, it's from his blog, that, soon to be state evidence against him.
So yeah, here. Okay. So so far we only have 85 votes. I'll stop it or I'll clear it when it gets to 100.
This is the marks. Oh yeah, I put the photo up.
Okay, let me take this one down then.
This is from his blog. So this is the whole arm here. And this is the upper part of the arm here.
So let's see. Can you scoot them closer or can you zoom in or?
Not on this one. This is the website, but just.
Okay, toss me the link. I'll screenshot them and get closer.
Yeah. Sure.
One of those feet of her. Good luck with that. If you thought this was dying out, you just energized us. You just energized us, baby. So they were kind of like looking at me and trying to like whatever. And by the way, Lauren Murray was there, and the person who she has an order against was also in the courtroom. The person who has an order against, she has an order against that person who violated that order and is facing criminal charge.
Didn't he also threaten? I heard from someone's chat that he actually threatened like a Fox 5 news reporter about having nudes of them or something like that. I thought I heard that. That is liberty on hands. The thing is like the problem is what I have with the whole thing. They say he was beaten. Okay, let's say we go into the scenario where two grown men are punching you, right? And there's a dog biting your arm and holding your arm down. Why are there bruising in the back of his knuckles on both of them like they're uniform? If your arm was down, be pulled down dealing with the dog, not able to defend yourself while the dog is biting you. Also, why are there not more bruises to his head? Also, the second guy is actually a trained fighter. And most trained fighters are not going to start punching for your head too much because, well, at least for me, I would probably try to punch you in the solar plex and try to punch the air out of you so you won't be able to breathe. But if you punch someone's head, what happens is if the person puts their head down, like, forward a little bit, it becomes really hard and you can break your knuckle. I saw her chasing show like marks, like the scrape marks on him. I don't even know what age that photo was taken and when that photo was taken, but that doesn't look like marks like if you punch someone and you actually like hit someone in the skull, you're going to get bruising on your knuckles if you don't train your knuckles, like, actually break them and re-break your knuckles to actually get them stronger. And those marks kind of look like, I think, like more like scrape marks, like a punching bag without some sort of proper protection that you get. Because I used to get them when I used to punch a punching bag. So I know. Maybe before the dog bit him. So two guys start punching him and he doesn't have any bruising to his ribs. No rib bruising, no chest bruising, just two black eyes, and no other injuries towards his head except for the back of his head. How do they get the back of his head injury? I was in Taekwondo. That's why I did Taekwondo up to like black belt. I didn't get like the stripe black belt, but just one black belt, unfortunately. It's kind of have to choose between school and Taekwondo. So school obviously also was expensive. We see Boston. He blogged about a dog trainer that abused dogs, and the guy lost his business and job. You can get black eyes if you hit the back of your head hard enough. Yeah, because the blood kind of leaks. It's called raccoon eyes. The Court TV lady explained it. That could have been the result of like the wound in the back of the head could have caused the two eyes to basically become like black eyes. I can explain away the bruising. I can't imagine, like I'm still trying to imagine, and I think I really need like the reconstruction guy to come in and testify. That would be necessary, but that's not going to happen until the trial. So, I mean, I'm going to have to wait like 6 months now. So I got to fight once, and Nicole was her name, and she's like, lawyer also works for. Let me see what. Wayne tossed me something to play. All right, I think Queen wanted me to play this. I think she's just zooming in on those pictures.
A blogger is facing charges that he harassed and intimidated witnesses who were interviewed about the death of a Boston police officer during a snowstorm. WBZ's Christina Hager's live in Stoughton tonight. Christina, prosecutors say that harassment included sending messages to witnesses.
And Lisa, in court here, he wore a sweatshirt that said "Free Karen Reed." In the end, the judge allowed him to leave the courthouse without having to post any bail. And when he did, there was applause. The man behind the online blog known as TurtleBoy, Aiden Kearney, outside the Stoughton courthouse, where he had faced a judge moments earlier, arraigned on 9 charges of intimidating witnesses in a different case, the Dedham murder trial of Karen Reed. This latest twist had him shouting.
And I will not be intimidated. I will not be silenced. And we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
His followers waving a flag to honking vehicles passing by. While inside, a prosecutor detailed the accusations laid out in hundreds of pages of court documents. Reading excerpts from Kearney's blog directed to witnesses.
You guys should just stop going out in public. It's only going to get worse from here. I know where you all were today.
Kearney has
that's a threat.
Amassed a large online following by backing up Karen Reed's legal defense claims that she was framed in the murder of her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe. She's accused of backing her vehicle into him in January of 2022 outside the Canton home of another police officer. Kearney has staged rallies at her hearings, calling it a cover-up. But prosecutors say he went further publicizing witnesses' private information, showing up at their homes, calling a state police trooper's wife, and saying this.
And what's your scumbag husband up to now? Are you going to visit him in prison?
I will not be silenced, and I will be steadfast in keeping on with this mission to expose the real killers of John O'Keefe.
Kearney is also accused of having a civilian police dispatcher in Avon run some of those witnesses' license plates for him. That dispatcher has been placed on paid leave, and Kearney has been ordered to stay away from the witnesses involved.
Yeah, he deserves whatever charges he can get. Make him stick around. No, he's a YouTuber and he's a blogger. He's both. And the reason why is because, you know, he has over 40-something thousand subs on YouTube. So, yes, he has a blog and he has a YouTube channel and he makes good money on both. And he's been doing it for a while. He's originally, I think he did in 2015, was a sports blog. And he had some controversy back then. Let's just say that much. That's what happens when a wannabe detective gets involved with no knowledge of the law. Yeah, and he basically self-snitched on himself basically said, oh, well, you have to do intimidate, and it's I literally showed a clip of him celebrating that witnesses were not showing up and that, he's pinned them down. Yes, but I haven't seen him referred to as a YouTuber, though. Yeah, he's a YouTuber, though. He has a YouTube channel and a Rumble channel, and a Facebook group. So he's all over the place. I think Lana, I think a lot of people back the cause because a lot of them like the fact of kind of, when there's no answers, people just create answers for themselves because it's a weakness of humans. Humans have to see patterns and things, okay? Even when it's random, they try to see a pattern. And that's how a conspiracy theory forms. They deep dive into a pit of a rabbit hole, and then they basically form those opinions and those little conclusions based on those little things, and just to make sense of a senseless situation, in their minds. So a lot of people just don't know where those marks are coming from, so they naturally assume, oh, it's got to be the dog. Oh, those black eyes, oh, he's had to be beat up. Meanwhile, if I've seen 2 medical examiners that basically said, well, the thing on the back of his head tells me that probably blood went into that area, caused raccoon eyes, and caused those black eyes. The mark on, they found, I think glass on the bottom. I think cocktail glass or a cocktail glass or something like that. Some sort of glass of holding alcohol in it under the tires of a car. They found the taillight. I think they found the taillight glass thing on his body, thing there. I think TurtleBoy's explanation for that is that Proctor came and sprinkled that over there and sprinkled that over this area. It's just weird. And that's the problem. It's you're dealing with, you got all this kind of evidence that points to, hit. But there's some questions there's people that say, well, why did McCabe Google at 2:37, how long does it take to freeze in the cold? Well, there's an explanation, but it's a little odd. I get you. Some people look at the marks and say they see dog bites. I can see how some people see that. Personally, I still can't really wrap my head around the scene of the accident and how that really took place. And because I'm not an accident reconstruction person and I have no training, so I just rely on the report. But just like TurtleBoy, just like Glare, like everyone else, we're not experts. We rely on experts to kind of analyze the data and just tell us what they know. And I'm not. So conveys a gift offer to promise of anything of value, misleads, intimidation, harass another person who is a witness for a potential witness. Yeah, pretty much. He's fucked. He's absolutely fucked. I can understand why I felt set up when I scratched just the surface. Deeper you go, but logic says no way. Well, I mean, they've been planning with kid gloves. I mean, think about this. If this motherfucker did this in New York, his ass would be fucking done. Okay, let's be real. There's real corruption, and then there's like, people playing by the rule. This guy's harassing like 8 officers, a DA, threatened the DA multiple times. Like you're threatening the DA, you're threatening cops, you're threatening their families, and they just basically waited to build their case to put you lawfully in jail for it. If they were corrupt, you would end up in front of a lawn too. You know what I mean? Like accidentally falling down a couple of flight of stairs or something. Or maybe they go to your house and they find like a kilo of coke into your house or something like that and say, well, look at this, guys. This guy's got some cocaine in his house. Oh, we can't find the body cam footage, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know. If you're talking about real corrupt cops, that's how I'd probably, is the most damning evidence for me. The video of her tail. Yeah, but I seen that. And the weird thing is, Kate, is that during that search, there was 2 searches at 6:29 and 6:23 and 49 seconds and 6:23:51. Actually, yeah, I think that's how it is. But anyway, it says, and then she tried does an internet search for how long does it take to digest food, and then it says how long misspells to die in code misspells that, and I'm like saying to myself, to digest food. So Karen is asking you to Google how long it takes to die in snow, because that's what she said if you read the actual original document in the beginning. And she does this like search, and I'm wondering if she actually just kind of like used a pre-existing browser, because it would make sense to type that in at 2:37 in the morning or something like that. Like, because it was like the 2:27 in the morning. How long to die in cold? I'm wondering if she was that the open tab for something else? Maybe how long it takes to digest food, because you go into bed and you're worried about losing weight, or not gaining weight or something. I don't know. It's weird. That's definitely something that would be, you need like a cell phone expert to explain. Yeah, but then she went back and deleted. Yeah, she deleted a lot of things, and that's a weird one. I don't know if she's like normally deletes, because it's like you never know with some people. Me, I'm not that clean, and I don't just delete everything. But you never know. Some people might just be like very like, oh, I just like to keep my phone clean and not have any sort of calls and just delete. Or she could be just like trying to cover up. You just don't know the mindset of a person. Yeah, that's true. But a lot of people do that. I do that every night. Does that make me guilty? I delete my search history every night on my computer. Am I covering up a crime, or I'm just simply cleaning up my computer browser and cookies on it? Matter of fact, I delete all my browsing history like every night. So, just saying. I mean, which, that's the thing. I sit there. It's like, I'm not sure. There's some interesting stuff, I would say, but, I wouldn't say all of it. Night after a friend is dead, too many weird hiccups. Well, I mean, for me, a weird hiccup is Karen reads 2 separate stories about the events of that night. The back of the car having damage. The boyfriend having the same kind of back, the taillight, I think, on his body, I think chipped or something like that. Basically, her stating, could I hit her? Her able to identify where the body is when, there's like, you've seen the snow in that video. There was a lot of snow, matter of fact. Or is it? You could see the snow. So imagine she's on the road, and how is she going to know exactly where the body is in the snow? So, I mean, there's questions for both sides.
See, I think they were drunk, and at first I'm like, no, she pulled up and backed into his ass. He was pissed. He's like, get out of the car. I'm getting out of the car. You know what I mean? Like, let me out. I think they were already arguing and fighting, and he got out, and she backed into him. That's just it. That's all that,
Yeah. I mean, I just think like the defense counsel is great. I think the defense counsel is probably a very fantastic defense counsel because he's putting that element of doubt, and he's doing a great job. I'll give him applaud him for that.
Yeah, he really is.
I mean, because you got people like Rabbit, you got a lot of people who are pretty smart in this true crime sphere, who are basically like sitting there like, oh, I think she could be, innocent because they're, they're listening, they're watching the case, but the thing is, it's like I would wait to form your opinion until the trial. Once the trial starts and you get the witness, because that's going to be a major thing. Like you're going to have to sit there and you're going to have to see like how does the reconstruction expert do from cross-examination. There might be evidence that they're keeping down low. I mean, this could be other things that are coming out, but the trial's not for like 6 months. So, but I don't mind. I mean, like I think a lot of people have a right to discuss cases and have a discussion, and I think that's fine. I'm just against the whole idea that you're calling people who are innocent cop killers because they haven't been convicted of a crime, they haven't been arrested, they're not suspects. So you're accusing people of being cop killers and then attacking them. All right.
All right, ready? You think you're gonna play it?
I already played this while you were gone.
Oh, okay. I thought there was still some left.
No, I was just showing them the snow. I just backed up to show them the snow.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
Like she's driving on the road and somehow she's able to see him in the ground first. Interesting.
What Boston, what's happening, yo?
What's up?
Yeah, see, okay, I don't know. I just feel like hold on, Patty here. Let's see. Southern Princess. I'll stand by what I said about Glare. No clue about chasing other than what I've heard here on Queen Bee. So not sure what you're referring to. Don't put words in my mouth. What did Southern Princess say? I didn't even see it. Hold on. You called Glare a fool. So wondered if you thought chasing was too. If she supports what TurtleBoy's doing, yeah, she would be an absolute fool. I don't think that chasing supports the heckling that's going on, the harassing, the doxing, stuff like that. I don't think that she does support that. I said that earlier. Do I think Glaire's a fool? Absolutely, I do.
Yeah, I think she basically chasing is the side that Karen Reed didn't do it. Well, and she's welcome to her opinion because she's a true crime channel, and you can have your own opinions on true crime, and you basically look into it and you read the documents. It's just how it is. But hopefully she doesn't support the fucking bullshit the guy does. And I don't know if I've seen her actually say anything about supporting his bullshit. So hopefully she doesn't. But yeah. But the Glare definitely supports it because he watched it and thought it was hilarious. So, it is what it is. And he keeps on, and then he's just trying to like do damage control where he sits there and he says, well, what they did in Georgia was, worse than what TurtleBoy did. I'm like, no, it's pretty much the same thing.
No, I was going to say it's just pretty much goes hand in hand. That's why I said we went super hard about that. So I guess I'm not really sure what's different in this case that he feels it would, constitute for this to be okay, go in real life and all that. What I mean.
Yeah, I mean, basically everyone, majority of people believe
he's being a really big hypocrite right now because, like I said, it was a major deal. He talked about it. We talked about it. Deets talked about it. Chasing even talked about it. We all talked about it.
Yeah, chasing was against it. Most people believe Lonnie.
Most people were.
Yeah, most people believe that Lonnie probably did it, but they didn't like the fact that they were superseding what the authorities wanted them to do. They were protesting in the middle of a town, in the middle of a block.
Anybody over here thought she was guilty or thought she was innocent. We all knew she was guilty.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? You're innocent until proven guilty.
I will say something though. I did see a clip on I think it was Tanya G. Something about Dolly he was like, I'm gonna be fucking pissed because I don't think she's gonna get more than 10 years. I think if they drop the malice murder charge, she will only get probably 10 or 15 years, maybe 20 years and do 10 years.
That's
I don't think that she's just because of and because of the way that they found him and that, you know what I mean? I don't know. I do have, like I said, I mean, I can't stand fucking Dolly, but I got to agree with that. I really don't
Yeah.
think if they drop that malice murder charge that she's going to get, you know, like a life sentence or something. I don't think that she will.
I wish she did get a life sentence and fucking.
I mean, of course, that's, I mean, if you know what I'm saying, if she turns to be guilty and is
Yeah.
found guilty, then I hope she gets the maximum sentence because that's fucked up, you know, to hurt your baby, to kill your baby. I mean, to do anything to your child, you know.
So Smoking Blue Days says, but apparently it's okay to do it when the person doing the stalking is your homeboy. Yeah, I mean, if my friends break the law, it's okay. It's okay for them to break the law. Like, fuck. It's just crazy. These people are nuts. I can't believe the Glare actually, like, fucking did a live today, kind of doubling down on this shit. I can't believe it. Like, that's just crazy to me. Bro, that's crazy. Wake the fuck up. Wake up. All right? You don't have to be...
Samantha, how are you, love?
Just Samantha.
Yeah, it just, I don't know, man. I can't believe that he is being supportive of this. And there, like I said, there's a way. And you know what else, though? There's a way to support. If you believe that Karen Reed is innocent, there's a way to support her innocence if that's how you feel, and still not support the real life antics that are going on with the, you know, shaming them, harassing them, doxing them, you know, threatening to pitch tents on their lawns. Like I said, when you are talking to a judge or a state's attorney, a DA, anything like that, they, you know, they are ultimately in control of your life and what's going to happen to your life the next 20, 30 years. You know what I mean? The judge, I don't think those are people I would always have the utmost, and I have always had the utmost respect for.
Yeah.
I really have a hard time believing that he really thought in his mind that he was going to threaten the DA to pitch a tent on his lawn, and that he was going to call and threaten his son or whatever, whoever those people were to the DA. I can't believe he thought he was going to get away with that and that was just going to be okay.
I think he thought it was going to be okay because people keep on gassing him up. You know, they gas you up and they're like, oh, well, it's okay, man. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. It's like,
you do get caught up in the bullshit. I mean, you do. You know what I'm saying?
You know, people are telling you the greatest thing since peanut butter and jelly. They're telling you the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, he's got like, what, 60 or 70,000 subscribers? Doesn't he have a lot? I don't even know what he's got.
TurtleBoy Live has, let me see, on YouTube, but he's like been blogging for a while, so he has a blog too. He has 46,000 subs.
So he's probably making about like 10,000 a month, huh? Like on his memberships and stuff like that. Probably even more. I don't know. He said, do you keep the money from your job? And the lady was like, yeah. She's like, are you keeping the money? He's like, do you keep the money from your job? She's like, yeah. He's like, there's your answer.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he's honest about it. He's not, you know what I mean? He's not saying he's taking it to charity or anything like that. So
the Glare is after TurtleBoy fans, plain and simple. He doesn't care about anybody. He just needs viewers to feed his ego. Interesting.
Well, that's what I thought too. It was like a sub grab. I'm like, man, maybe he's just, you know, being smart about it and being nice to TurtleBoy to get a sub, you know, do a sub grab, because his views were like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. When he did that live with TurtleBoy, it was like, what, 15,000, 10,000.
Yeah.
He got a lot of, so
yeah, I mean,
maybe he's clout chasing, or maybe he's using but I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I think he's fucking. It doesn't make sense. It seems like he did it like a softball interview of the guy.
Maybe easily influenced, Lana says. Shit, maybe. I mean, you think it was a poach, a sub poach?
Yeah, could be.
Very well could have been, you know? I mean,
but I think
that he got super chatted straight to jail.
Oh, no. No, I think probably, I think probably the Glare sits there and he believes that Karen Reed's innocent. But the problem is that he believes that, you know, anything goes when you're on the right side, for apparently. And it's like, that's what Dolly believed. That's what Betty believed. They believed everything was right if you're on the right side. And we were against that. We were against people saying, oh, well, harassing people who are innocent until proven guilty, messing with an entire neighborhood, messing with a community of people, messing with, all these things. Right? We were against that. Trying to get people fired from their jobs, harassing a young man about to go to fucking college, Meanwhile, based upon witness statements, all of them state that he left before even O'Keefe was there. They left earlier. So this whole idea that Colin was the one that initiated the confrontation and beat him up, no. Most of the witnesses say he wasn't there. And if he was there, didn't they request his cell phone data? So wouldn't the cell phone data be like the fucking nail in the coffin if he was still there at that particular time? Just saying. I don't know. I didn't see that. Maybe someone could point me to the way that they checked his cell phone data and he was still at the house at the time when O'Keefe was there. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't know. I just think he's just like thinking that just because TurtleBoy is right, oh, it's all right. Police are corrupt. Well, who cares? Peggy says, I found a new small teeny channel, and we've been debating for hours and hours. Well, that's going to be very interesting, Peggy.
Dang, Peggy. What's happening, babe? Look, she said, I found a small teeny channel. We've been debating religion. Dang. That sounds like a fucking super good time, girl.
When Dietz had mentioned TurtleBoy, the glare practically tripped on himself to write the name down, and I believe to him it's a new meat, new views, and new money.
He practically tripped over himself. I bet he did. I know the judge won't allow the defense to get all the cell phone data to prove who was there.
Yeah, he said the glare referred to the charges as trumped up. They're not trumped up. I just showed you, like, he clearly did witness intimidation. He clearly checked someone's license plate, had someone check out someone's fucking license plate for him. Like, he's done this. He's going to jail. They're not trumped up. He went too far, and he's going to jail. I don't know how long he's going to jail, but it's from the options of...
Do you think they'll, like, make a name of... do you think they'll, like, use him as an example? Or
Yeah.
You really do?
Yeah, they're going to make him an example. They're going to make him an example because what he's done is he crossed the line. He threatened the DA. He threatened multiple police officers. He's threatened their families. He's fucked with people's businesses. He's fucking with the jury pool, which is supposed to be like, because he's fucking with that. And he's always also fucking with Karen Reed's case. Because what happens if, like, the prosecution...
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think the damages that honestly, I really do. I think it's going to damage her case with him doing this kind of shit.
I mean, do you think do you think the defense attorney needs an idiot like fucking TurtleBoy to fuck up his case? He's doing a fine job by himself. He's like, you should see all the fucking motions he's making and all the work this guy's doing. She is a very good attorney, and he's doing a very good job. And I think he's doing a fantastic job. And he doesn't need, like, the possibility of this idiot coming around and ruining his client's ruin his client's case. Just saying. I wouldn't be happy if I was Karen Reed. I would not be happy about this guy right now because I'm like sitting here. I'm like, okay, so now the cops.
Yeah, I'd be pretty fucking pissed. But people are saying that he, is like doing this for her. So I don't know if that's true or not. I really have, what different videos are saying on here.
Yeah, I've heard what Kate from Cho Mafia has alleged about certain things.
That too. Yeah. Yep.
I will not repeat it because I do not be sued, so I will just keep quiet. But there are allegations. But if they don't on a court law on the street, yeah, I mean the problem is that, like, people are like, well, this is freedom of speech, this is like the press and all that stuff. And it's like, no one stopped TurtleBoy from, like, basically talking about the case or writing his blog. People had a problem with him when he started crossing the line, when he started going in front of businesses, when he started harassing people at their houses, when he started filming himself taking a piss and harassing a DA, when he started going to when he started to looking up people's license plates, when he started fucking putting their information on his website. I mean, like literally, he has a whole video of all of Cullen's what he's done online and just posted it there, like some weird, creepy thing, just like showing all his videos. And it's like, okay, bro, this is like fucking creepy as fuck, man. Like, this is creepy. Have they given a time span he survived before he expired from his injuries? I think he died, and I think he died in the hospital. They actually found him alive. That's why, and he died of like hypothermia, basically, because he was left in the snow. He had other injuries, but I think that was the main contributing factor to his death. So let me see. What time did he expire? I gotta see. He was in the hospital at that time, though. I know that. Let me see. Let me see. Because I had the timeline of events I'm looking through. Let me see. Let me see. Calls to. Oh, wait, that's just a call line. I'll have to look through it later. I think I'm finally gaining some traction with the spray phone on the hands. Now I have just a million visible film. Oh, shit. In the land of the far, far away, there is a place, the glare rules the magical kingdom where the hypocrisy, tolerance, community praise him for his magnificent observation and t-shirt styles. Interesting.
Yeah, love. That was funny. Yes, yes, Patty, they should be turned on. There are some people who can donate and some people who can't. Earlier they said you have to be a member before it'll show up. So I'm not sure. Some people, it shows up for me when I hit the little S button on my phone next to the chat. It pops up. When I hit that, it says super sticker, super chat membership, and membership gifting.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, I guess, it just puts out all the memberships, I guess. So it says how much each 50, 20, 10, 5, and 1. And then it says terms and conditions. So I'm guessing you just click on that and then it goes from there.
Yeah, I think you have to be a member to be gifting, I think. Turtle Island is nothing more than a sub grab.
A sub grab and a money grab. And that's why I said I really don't want any part of it. And the reason why is because, like I said, they took shit way too fucking far. Not only that, though, the real life bullshit, but then they tried to make a big ass fucking deal over my fucking private messages with Aileen when she asked about when she tried to claim she didn't know who fucking PJ was and that she was going to need her information for court. Then she tried to lie about it and say she didn't. That I just gave it to her just for the hell of it. Just gave it to her. Just
well, don't forget he threatened to sue you as well.
Out of here, liar! You fucking lying bitch.
Don't forget he threatened to sue you too. So
Right. So that's what I mean. Like I don't have, you know what I'm saying? Shit went way too fucking far. And I, after the doxing and the real life bullshit and all the shit he's done, and how he's gonna have a courthouse party, and I don't forget that bullshit. Y'all might forget it, and it's okay. It's all fun and games to some people. It's fucking, it ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But when it happens to you, that's when it turns into it's oh my god. It's fun and games until it happens to you. You know what I mean? Like it's that shit fucking no. That shit pisses me the fuck off. It still pisses me off. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be having no parts of it.
Yeah. You can mention profile with Pat Brown because the glare kind of went through her entire life and shit on her because she basically what happened was that she covered the Karen Reed case and TurtleBoy went after her and kind of went at her. And then she basically made another video about a day ago called TurtleBoy Arrested. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. TurtleBoy, so. And now the glare is reviewing her and acting like she's the problem. Like she's as bad as Critical K now. So profiling with Pat Brown is as bad as Critical K. Okay. Like what the fuck are you talking about, bro? That's crazy to me. That's fucking nuts. Did you see that?
Hold on, they're saying it's not showing up for me, Patty. Damn it, Duke. Quit.
Damn Duke.
Emily said I can do it on my iPad or my iPhone, but Patty's saying, okay, Layla gifted 5 memberships to the Hive, but KDK can't do. I wonder if it's just the membership or iPhone link. I wonder if that's what's going on. Maybe. I'm not sure. We can't. There, yeah. Damn it, Duke. He's right here barking at me. I'm gonna let him out. Hold on.
Thank you for the membership. Sure. Well, what do you guys think about the whole situation? Like, what do you think of the fact that, do you think this guy is doing, do you think TurtleBoy is doing for freedom of speech? Do you think he's a member of the press? And do you think there's some sort of corruption trying to stop him? Or do you think he's like actually, a guy who's gone too far just for some YouTube views, clout, and some money? No one likes Duke. Duke, damn it, Duke. Anyway, you don't know. Well, basically, Peggy, the situation is that there is a case called Karen Reed, and basically, it's alleged, the prosecution has alleged that, basically, she hit John O'Keefe with the back of her car during the night in question. I can't really, and basically, the other side is, I'm just giving a quick synopsis, so there's many details to this case. And the other side, the TurtleBoy in defense is claiming that the cops basically had a fight with them in the house. The dog bit him in the arm. Both Cullen and the other guy beat him up. They grabbed him, threw him in the front of the house to freeze to death, and they all just proceeded to get the same alibi, leave the scene. Then when Karen Reed needed to, basically was looking for him, proceeded to basically, go search with McCabe and other people. She finds the body, and then they basically frame her. That's what they're alleging, that, the cops framed her, and that the medical examiner is part of the conspiracy to frame Karen Reed and cover up John O'Keefe's death. The accident forensic expert is part of the conspiracy to cover up the death. The police force there, Proctor's there, that they're claiming is covering up. And basically, I would say about 20 people, 25 people are part of the conspiracy to cover this case up, including but not limited to the DA. So it's either a woman that took 9 drinks with alcohol and was mad and was fighting with her boyfriend, accidentally backed up and hit him with the car, or 25 people are in on a conspiracy to murder and cover up a death of an officer. It gets quite bigger, Peggy. It gets quite bigger. So, I don't know. I picked the more simpler explanation of most likely the car hit her, and then she might have did it by accident or by purpose when getting mad when she was drunk. But either way. Has he ever been arrested for any of it? I don't think he has a clean. I don't think he has a criminal record, TurtleBoy, because they said that in the arraignment. So I don't think he has a criminal record. Yeah, it's a little bit too elaborate because that's the thing about conspiracies. You gotta add the more and more stuff. And basically, he's been just digging up shit on people. They omit things. They say, well, they got rid of the dog. Hi, Will. Well, they got rid of the dog, and they don't want to say that they got rid of the dog because it was fighting with another dog. They want to say the house was for sale immediately, but the fact is the house was for sale before the death of O'Keefe. And also they want to say, well, he replaced some of the flooring. I'm like, well, what do you do when you close a house? You have to do repairs if a person wants to buy it. Okay, that explains it. Basically, the black eyes, they say, well, that can be explained by basically raccoon eyes from blood going into the area of your eyes, because you're bleeding because the back of your head was split open. the abrasions to look like abrasions to me don't look like dog bites. You've got glass in this from the taillight at this, there at the scene. She has a broken taillight. She has a dent in the back. She has broken glass from what would appear from a glass that would hold alcohol on the bottom of her car wheel. She also was the one at the scene, first person to see O'Keefe's body, or while he was alive. She was also the one that screamed, "Can you find out how long it takes for a person to die from cold?" She was also the one that changed her story from that she was, original story that she was sick and she wanted to go home. She had like a stomach ache and she never saw O'Keefe enter the home to now she saw him enter the home. I think she said that during a television interview. She changed her story twice. She was drunk on she had 9 drinks. So she was drunk. She was driving drunk during a snowstorm. And there's a bunch of evidence of that. Now people want to point to the video footage of her backing into a car when she's leaving, I think at 5 or something, to look for O'Keefe. But the problem with that is that number one, I didn't see that, it was hard enough to break it. Number two is it goes against her in 2 ways. If she's so drunk that she can't even see a car that she's backing up and not realize that she hit it, that's pretty bad. That would tell me that most likely she would not see a person if you can't see a car that you got to back up into.
No, but then look, she fucking Googled how long does it take to die in the snow or something like that.
She Googled, McCabe Googled that at 2:27 is the allegation, but the prosecution has said that she basically used an existing tab that was used to search something else at 2:27. At the time, Karen Reed asked her to do a search how long it takes to die. Because it's very interesting because there was another search at that time, because there was a multiple searches at that time, at the time that they found O'Keefe. There was also a search at that time when they're at like the, how long, at 6 o'clock on, do you like, what was it exactly? About gaining weight or something like that after eating? How long does it take to digest food? So, you can only assume that she probably used pre-existing tabs. Now, people have pointed out that she's deleted her text messages and her phone calls. But you know what? I mean, like, that's suspicious to some people. But, I delete my browsing history. Every night I delete the contacts that people called me every day. Some people are organized freaks. I'm a little bit of an organized freak. So, you know what I mean? So the phone records will show where she was. Well, that's another thing. Basically, the phone records show O'Keefe never entered the house. That's what they said. That they basically, the GPS location on the phone never showed him in the house. The steps.
Okay, so basically what they're saying is that they pulled up. He never went into the house.
Yeah. That she hit him with the back.
She left. He was left there.
Yeah.
She went back and he was found there. Who found him?
She found him when she came back later searching for him a couple hours later. Yeah. She was the first one to identify where he was. The other 2 passengers didn't see O'Keefe, but she was able to spot him right away and know exactly where he was. So, I can punch her holes in the other side's whole conspiracy very easily. I'm like, she's first to identify. She's changed her stories twice. She had her taillight's broken. She's got damage in the back. Their explanation for that is they're stating Proctor, the officer there, broke the taillight and sprinkled the glass fiber on the body to cover it up. That's their explanation. That he is basically he has planted evidence. Now, I don't know if they've actually released any sort of documents that allege that he's ever planted evidence in the past, but that's like something with the problem I have with that is that when you basically make an allegation like that, you better have fucking receipts. You better have proof that he did that, because it's just, I can say that. I can say Queen Bee robbed the bank down the block. Just because 600 idiots believe what I just said doesn't make it true. It's not true. So it's a lie. Okay? Just because you lie and a bunch of people believe your lie doesn't make it true. Sorry, you got to show me some proof that you have evidence that he planted evidence on that in the scene. That's my problem. Has he shown any sort of proof that this guy planted evidence at the scene? No, he points out basically the time he was left alone in the air at the.
Oh, look, Babodi said she hit him in reverse at 26 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's what the data on the car states, and that's what they said. They didn't really say it hit, but they said it traveled 26 miles per hour backwards from the data. So I mean, like, you can point to both things. I'm sure someone can come up here and says, well, how did he, how did those marks form? I'm not entirely sure. I think most likely it happened. I mean, that's the only thing.
Okay, look, so you think she backed up. Okay, can you play this again? Or where was he found at? What, do you know exactly where he was found at?
Not on this one. I think he was found between the fire hydrant and the light pole, I think. Think that was what it was.
Tonight, Christina, prosecutors say that harassment includes.
This is just the harassment one. Let me see. Go to Court TV.
Earth, we don't do swear jars over here, baby. Fuck, we all cuss. We all cuss up the storm here. Yes, the KDK. This case makes my head spin. I know, girl. I'm telling you, it's wild. The one you sent me though, man. You know who was talking about that one? Do you guys want to change? Do you want to change to something different? You want to talk about something different?
Well, I might be going to bed soon, so.
Yeah. So when we're done, because there's another case that Rowena told me about earlier about this teacher and her student.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Oh shit. When they drove in reverse at 26 an hour. Yeah. Yeah. If you hit someone at 26 miles per hour backwards, it's not good.
Well, no, I was looking for a picture. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of cases are messed up. But let me see. Oh, yeah, that auditor did turn himself in, by the way. That was interesting. Very interesting. I did not say you were lazy. Oh, shit. Well, I have my theory. I just, one thing with the Karen thing, I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on with the whole back up into that car thing. And this is my tinfoil hat. This is my tinfoil crazy person thing. I feel like that slow backing up is a little too intentional. Like she knew that she was being recorded and she was creating some sort of alibi. That's just my opinion. I'll throw that out there. But that's just I'll remove the tinfoil hat for that one.
Well, it very well could have been. I don't know. I was looking to see if there was a picture of where they found him in the snow. And then there's also the video where she backs up and hits that car as she's pulling out.
Yeah, when she's going to search for him. She intentionally slowly backs up into the right area while it's being recorded. I'm sure that wasn't on purpose. Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was, perfectly done. Like, it was.
Yeah.
Perfectly done. So, I don't know.
It's weird. Yeah, but anywho, it's an interesting discussion to have because I don't mind having a discussion about the case. Someone comes up here and says, I believe Karen Reed is innocent, and they point out.
I've dropped the link a few times. Nobody there, but you know what though? It's funny because as soon as we're done, like no sooner do we get done talking about it, there will be comments coming in about you guys have the whole story wrong. I'm
Well,
like, we asked y'all to come up here. We said, is there anybody that has anything else to add at all? No.
No, she wasn't going.
Doing.
How you doing, Captain Egan? Yeah, no, that's the data for when they alleged that she hit him with the car, not the driveway when she was filmed. She went really slow with that one. I see no damage to the taillight either. Yeah. I think Heels said that she like stared at it like 25, like 100 times or something like that, trying to see it.
I don't know. They're saying there's no damage to the taillight. Right. Thumb thinks that I see no damage to the taillight.
Yeah. But how the mark on the head? Well, probably hitting his head on the ground, probably in the back of his head on the ground, hit with the car. You know, the force of the car hit him. And he knocks his head down on the ground type of deal. Causes blood to go into his, like this eye area, causing kind of raccoon eyes type of deal. Maybe even put up his arms to try to defend himself from it. Or maybe he was run over by it. You know, maybe he was on the ground and he was just run right over by it. Who knows? That's what I'm like a little confused at. It's a hard time imagining the scene. And that's where I think like the reconstruction expert would come in and would explain to the jury what the hell, how he came to the opinion that it was how he came to that opinion, how he came to that, not opinion, but conclusion that the whole thing happened like that. Or the snowplow hit him. Yeah, well, some people say that while he's down on the ground, you know. I don't know how much, I don't know much about the case, but it looks like that one guy is out here wilding the fuck out. Yeah, pretty much. The guy is going to jail. I can pretty much expect that happening. I don't know if it's going to happen in the next 6 months, but it's probably going to happen. And I think he's going to get more charges once they go through his phone and all his data. And I would be shitting bricks if I sent any sort of information to this guy in the last 6 months. If I was them, I would I would start skedaddling out if I brought any sort of incriminating stuff. So, yeah, expect more charges. He's going to get charged more.
Okay? What do you? Okay, what they've charged him just with tampering with, or I mean, a witness intimidation. What else do you think they're going to charge him with, or like what else can they charge him with?
It depends on what they find in his phone, and his cell phone, and all his data. Because they were prepared and they grabbed it all. So they're going to search all his notes. They're going to search all his records, all his cell phone. And you know about this guy's past.
What if, you know what? Oh my God. What I was just thinking about, what if him and Karen Reed have been in contact together?
Yeah. Well, because that's been the allegation of Troll Mafia, that they've been in some sort of like communications, because he's been, they've been alleging that he's been getting documents a lot faster than they're getting filed. So that's their allegation. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but maybe that's what they're going to be checking. What if there's other people that say, hey, what do you want me to do here? I'm doing this. And he's encouraging people to harass them or do things. What if he has other things that he's doing that are illegal and he didn't have time to delete it permanently or professionally? You know what I mean? Like, once the cops got all your cell phone data and everything, yeah, it's not good. They're going to go through all your shit.
Yeah, I was going to say, they go through that shit with a tooth comb.
That's why I say there might be more charges coming. And I would be shitting a brick.
I just didn't know, like, what they could actually, like, charge him with. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, even if he did have communications with her, I guess it would have to be, like, conspiracy charges or conspiring together to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but either way, I mean, the charges he's facing right now, he could go to 200 years in jail. So, I mean, some people said 110.
Nothing is worth all that. That's a long fucking time.
I mean, unless his last name is Methuselah, he's not going to get out of jail alive if he got 110 years in jail. So he's fucked. I mean, he's really fucked. I would be really, really scared if I was him, because he crossed the line. What's that song? I crossed the law and the law won. well, you cross the law, and the law is going to win because you fucked around. It's not good. Even Dolly stole our line. He's like, I'm going to use the haters line. Fuck around and find out. F-O-F-O.
No.
He used it. He used it. He used it.
Oh, fuck.
He used it, and it's
Nah.
just
See, look, you know it's real fucking bad when even Dolly's like, look, bro, you're fucked up. You're doing
Dolly.
Yeah, when even he's like, man, this is fucked up. You know, like you taking shit way too far. Man, I should have watched his shit. I never did. I don't ever watch his fucking show.
I watched I was the first time I watched his entire stream, and my mouth was like open just listening to him. I was like, what the fuck? He has the same theory as me. I was wondering.
You got a goddamn temperature. Are you okay?
I'm like,
Billy Dolly, what the fuck's going on?
Did I wake up in a weird dimension or some shit? Because this is crazy. Like, this makes no fucking sense. I watched it. He even went against pressure campaigns. He was like, I don't believe in pressure campaigns like this. And I'm like, what?
Oh, okay. Now you're taking it too fucking far now, because I was gonna say I've heard others, and I've heard it, be said before that pressure breaks pipes, and
yeah, and he's against it. He's against it now, and Betty's against it now too.
What?
Betty's against it too.
Maybe you know what though? Maybe seeing him, maybe watching him was like seeing themselves in the mirror.
Maybe.
And they were like, "Damn, that's fucked up."
Do I want to do 110 years of jail?
Because, well, I'm just saying.
Sorry, I'm just
him. He showed up at the football games. Like he was talking, about going to the DA's house and camping out on their lawn. I think he called him a fat ass or something like that. Told him that he was gonna throw a fit if his words was anything like. Where the hell is it? Let me go find that shit where he ran it off at, because he went the fuck off. Let me go find this.
Let me see.
Because he fucking went off about the this is his. He's almost got 100,000 views on this. The true crime story of how Karen Reed was charged for the death of John O'Keefe is a complicated one. We have devoted countless shows and over 60 blogs on the story at the Daily News or TB Daily News. So is that his website then, or his blog or something?
Yeah, he has the TurtleBoy blog. He wrote almost 400 fucking articles on this story alone.
Oh, you know what? Here's all of his stuff right here. This is on the front page. Oh my God. Look.
Yeah, he writes a lot.
This, no, he shows everything right on his channel. Wow.
Oh yeah, he has all the evidence. He's self-stitched. He's fucked.
Look right here. So okay, so here's his channel, right? You see, I'm not subbed. I'm not.
Sub. You gotta hit a sub button. You gotta hit the sub. I'm joking. That's a joke.
So this is his own video on here that he's got, and he shows himself saying these things. Watch this. I'm so serious.
I'm Aiden Carney of TurtleBoy Daily News. I've been investigating the death of John O'Keefe from Canton, Massachusetts. His girlfriend, Karen Reed, is charged with his murder.
Karen, just to be clear, you didn't do it.
That's the view it would have gotten.
Yeah, so get ready for this, okay? Because he's oh my.
But is there something more going on here? Is Karen Reed the victim of a massive cover-up? During my investigation, I have uncovered a town full of corruption. Here's what I believe happened, and why I believe Karen Reed was framed.
Don't you want to?
Wow, I can't believe he put this all on his own channel, like just out here like this on the. This is like the cover video. This is like the first video you find when you open his channel.
Well, I mean, it's what he believes.
Ask some questions. I know you do.
I do. I have been. I have been. Think that you could outsmart Karen Reed. Did you? It's how can you wear those buttons when you covered up his murder? Any comment on that? Why you Googled that 227? On the morning of January 20th.
So he shows himself going to the football game and all that. Did you just see that?
Yeah. I also showed him.
But you're right. He believes that he's really doing something correct. He believes that he's really doing something right, and I believe that he, in his heart, believes he's doing something right.
Yeah, and he's going to jail for it because it's not right by the letter of the law, and it's not right by societal standards. There's a reason why, there's a separation, there's a judge, and there's cops, and there's lawyers, and it's not trial by the internet because we see how the internet works. 1 minute you're the fucking devil here, and the next minute, everyone's cool with you, or, 1 minute everyone thinks you're a murderer or something like that. It's like, no, I wouldn't want a trial by the internet. I'd rather have a trial by combat with like a 6-foot guy with like a fucking giant sword than a trial by the internet. Just telling you now.
Well, yeah, I mean the way people flip flop and swish swash, and it's no, hell no.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
No, the internet's a fucking crazy place.
Yeah, I would never want to be judged by the internet because you would be fucked on the internet. Let's be real. Wasn't he also
2022?
Sorry, I didn't mean to play that.
No, you can play it. Play it.
I flipped the screen on, and I just went over to that screen, and it started playing automatically. So I apologize on that. You want me to play it now? This is just what him explaining it from. Shit, maybe we should watch it. We watched it from Kate's point of view. We'll watch it from his point of view.
Okay, maybe we got it all wrong. Maybe we're gonna be.
Well, even if we got it all wrong, his behavior, I can't get behind that bullshit. Like I cannot. You know what I mean?
Maybe we'll convert everyone to be turtles. The silence is palpable. I'm done. You can hit play.
Oh, so you can hear that fucking music back there playing. It's been playing this whole time, and I just heard it for the first time again right now. All right, here we go.
Boston police officer John O'Keefe was found dead outside of the Canton home of Boston Police Sergeant Brian Albert on 34 Fairview Road. O'Keefe's girlfriend, Karen Reed, was charged with manslaughter after reportedly backing over O'Keefe with her car after she got into a fight with him and dropped him off at Albert's house after a night of drinking. She was castigated widely as a cop-killing villain, set to face decades in prison. But as it would turn out, at least a dozen people were in the house when John O'Keefe was being violently beaten to death before hatching an elaborate plot to frame Karen Reed for killing him. The cover-up was aided.
What the hell?
Yeah, that escalated. There's like no chill.
Yeah, I was gonna say, holy hell, that went from 0 to 100 real quick. Didn't it?
And abetted by members of the state police, the Canton Police Department, and the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office. This is the story of one woman alone, facing down some of the most powerful, well-protected people in the state who sought to destroy her life and exonerate herself. This is Karen Reed and John O'Keefe. Karen is an intelligent, successful accountant and college professor with not even a hint of a criminal record. She'd been dating John O'Keefe for several years and loved his niece and nephew, who he adopted after both of their parents, including his sister, passed away. She owned a house in Mansfield that was rented out, but lived with O'Keefe and his niece and nephew at his home on One Meadows Ave in Canton. O'Keefe was a well-liked veteran, 16 years on the force.
Yeah, he was very well liked. I mean, that was something that they said right off the top. He was very well liked.
Force of the Boston Police Department. On February 2nd, Reed was charged with killing John O'Keefe, only with manslaughter, though, and she may have actually believed she was responsible. 4 months later, in June, the charges were upgraded to murder, despite no real evidence coming out that added to the story. State Trooper Michael Proctor wrote the criminal complaint for her arrest, noting his 10 years of experience on the State Police Detective Unit at the Norfolk County DA's office. The charging documents state that Canton officers Seraph and Mulaney were dispatched at 6:04 a.m. on January 29th to 34 Fairview Road, where they found 3 females, Karen Reed, Jennifer McCabe, and Kerry Roberts, next to the body of John O'Keefe. Karen Reed was performing CPR. Jennifer McCabe is pictured in this photo on the right, next to her sister Nicole Albert, who is the wife of well-connected Boston Police Sergeant Brian Albert. Brian.
Okay, so he does tell us who these people are. I was just kind of figuring he hope I figured he would go through them, but I didn't know. I was kind of hoping he would. Because I don't know who all these people are. I have no idea who all the names are, so I'm kind of glad he's letting us know who they are.
I mean, he doesn't mention that Cullen, the young guy, the younger gentleman, that he's claiming had an altercation with O'Keefe, left by all the witnesses' testimony, left earlier than O'Keefe came. So, just omit that fact. Just leave that one out, because, that's kind of important if you're going to accuse that kid of being a murderer. He wasn't even there at the time that O'Keefe was there, so whatever. It is what it is. But let's continue. Also, how is this incriminating? A bunch of guys putting their fists out and making muscles? Welcome to Boston. I mean, I don't know. Just saying. Why were all these ladies together? It was an after party at the house, basically.
Brian is on the fugitive apprehension team. He's a trained MMA fighter, and he was featured on the cop show Boston's Finest. At 11:30 a.m. on January 29th, Trooper Proctor interviewed Jennifer McCabe and her husband Matthew McCabe, along with Brian Albert and Nicole Albert, comfortably at the home of Jennifer McCabe. They told him that they were out at the Waterfall Bar in Canton, where Jennifer McCabe met up with her friend John O'Keefe and his girlfriend Karen Reed, who she
So okay, so this is how it goes, pretty much. All right, so then here we go. So these two meet up with them at the bar, right?
Yeah, there's also surveillance of that showing them that they were there.
He did not know very well. The connection between them was that John O'Keefe's niece was good friends with Jennifer McCabe's daughter. Trooper Proctor was allegedly told by Jennifer that she saw Reed enter the bar carrying a vodka soda drink in a glass, which most bars would not allow, and indicated.
Okay, do you want me to pause to read this or just let it play?
I think he's just going to say it. I think he's just going to speak it out,
Oh, okay.
He's just going to put it out there.
Perhaps she was
okay.
Drunk. The 3 grown adults in their 40s left shortly after midnight to go to an after party at Brian Albert's house. According to Jennifer, she got there first at 12:30. She says that she witnessed Karen Reed drive up on her black Lexus SUV. Since O'Keefe only knew McCabe at this house, he texted her to make sure that she was there. Jennifer claimed that John O'Keefe never entered the house, so she texted him, "Hello?" at 12:45, before witnessing Karen drive away in her black SUV. We would later find out that most of that was a lie. She told Proctor that she assumed that he and Reed decided to go home. Jennifer received a phone call from a distraught Karen at 4:53 a.m. looking for O'Keefe. Jennifer, who for some reason was still up at 4:53 a.m. after a night of drinking, told Trooper Proctor that she offered to help Karen look for John O'Keefe along with O'Keefe's friend, Kerry Roberts, who was not at the house that night. Karen was hysterical and could not drive in her condition, so Kerry drove both of them. Jennifer claims that during the ride, Karen said, quote, "Could I have hit him? Did I hit him?" She also told the state police that Karen's SUV had a cracked taillight. The two of them then jumped in Kerry Roberts' car and they drove back to 34 Fairview Road. When they got there, Karen immediately noticed.
Okay, here we go. We'll keep playing. I have the music playing in the background, but I still want to stop it and say something every couple of minutes or whatever. So,
But anyway, Queen, I got to skedaddle. I got work tomorrow. But
all right, baby. I'll keep playing this though, and
All
then
right.
talk to you, and then I'll get off of here. But I appreciate you hanging out with me, B10.
No problem. You have a good one. Bye.
We'll talk to you later.
O'Keefe's body outside, but the other two did not. This was part of the reason that Karen was charged. Trooper Proctor believed that Karen knew exactly where the body would be because she knew that she ran him over and left him to die during the middle of the snowstorm. We later recreated this scene at 34 Fairview Road. John O'Keefe was 6'2", 217 pounds. His body was found exactly 12 feet from the curb. There are no obstructions blocking anyone from seeing him. It would have been physically impossible for Kerry Roberts and Jennifer McCabe not to have seen his body because they were sitting in the front. They were also specifically looking for a body at that time. And somehow they claim that they did not see him, but Karen Reed did, and this ended up implicating her. O'Keefe's arm had 6 bloodied lacerations and his eyes were swollen shut in black and blue. His eyelid had a cut on it and his clothes were covered in blood and vomit. A medical examiner said that he had 2 swollen black eyes, a cut on the left side of his nose, a 2-inch laceration in the back of his head, and multiple skull fractures. There is no possible way that he could have these kinds of injuries from being backed into by his girlfriend's car, especially since the snow and grass would have comforted his fall. Kerry Roberts told Trooper Proctor that Karen Reed was drunk and hysterical when she saw her at 5 a.m. and stated,
Okay, y'all. Shit's getting deep. Get your boots on. Because, man, okay, so if you're watching TurtleBoy's side or you're watching Troll Mafia's side, there's it's like two totally different. He's saying Karen was framed. She's saying Karen, accidentally, hit him and that's how he passed. And she's not willing to admit that or say that or be truthful from what I gathered from the video, and so now this is a lot of innocent lives have been
that she was so drunk she didn't even remember going there. Kerry repeated the same story as Jennifer, that Karen made statements suggesting that she may have accidentally hit him or that he had gotten hit by a plow. At 4:30 p.m., Trooper Proctor claimed that he went to the home of Karen Reed's parents in Dighton and claimed to have observed her SUV parked in the driveway with a shattered taillight. We would later find out that this was untrue. Call logs from the Dighton Police Department show that Trooper Proctor actually called for a tow truck at 3:02 p.m. before he had ever allegedly even seen the broken taillight and thus would have no reason to tow the car. We also have footage from Karen Reed's parents' house showing the car being towed at 4:12 p.m. ADA Adam Lally would later blame that on daylight savings, even though alarm.com automatically resets for daylight savings. This proves that Trooper Proctor was lying about what time he took the car, leaving him alone with the vehicle unaccounted for at least 1 hour and 18 minutes. Proctor interviewed her and Karen denied bringing a
Yeah, so I don't want to keep playing his stuff because I don't know if he strikes or not. I'm not sure how he does that. I don't know if he will or not, so I guess we'll have to see. But anyhow, you guys know TurtleBoy, so if you want to go watch the rest of it, it's the very first video on his channel. Oh, hold on. You think those are old injuries? What do you have, moderator? Hold on. The lawyer did an interview with deeper information. It explains way more. Can you send it? Yeah, if you want to email it to me, I'll play it. That's fine. There's already too many people involved keeping quiet and plotting on the fly for me to believe the conspiracy. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I don't know, man. Most of the time I'm thinking, yeah, she did this as an accident, like it happened. It was accidental. She was drunk. He was drunk. They went to the bar that night. They were drinking. She had too much to drink. He was drinking as well. Accidents do happen. Things do happen. And I think she got scared, or maybe she didn't even know, and she hit him and went home. And then when he wasn't answering, she went back, and then she found him, didn't realize that she was the one that hit him. But she's like, they said she turned around and she's like, maybe I'm the one that hit him, or, you know. But I mean, I could see her saying that like in a panic, like, oh my God, am I the one that hit him? Oh my God, I hope I'm not the one that did that, or whatever, you know, just like in. Yeah, it is crazy. It's deep as hell. And there's a lot of police officers involved. There's a lot of, you know, because they're all friends, you know, with his brothers in blue. They're all friends with each other. You know, they all hang out. They work together. They raise their kids together usually. Like they, you know, their kids are usually on the same teams. They go to the same schools. They seem to be pretty close. So they usually go to dinner together, you know, hang out, go to the bars together, things like that. And, you know, maybe they left the bar that night and everything was fine. And then she started drinking and he started drinking and things got, you know, a heated argument happened or something. Fuck, who really knows, you know? But according to his phone, he never walked inside of the house where they went. The house that they went to, he never walked inside. I mean, I guess we could play a little bit more of it. Fuck, if he strikes us, then I guess we'll deal with it, huh? I just don't know if he's one of those that will strike. I don't really know much about this Turtle Boy other than what I've seen, you know? Like, I don't, let me see here. All right, we got the same video up. We'll play just a little bit longer to see about this, and then we'll shut it off, and then I'll drop the link for you guys to play it.
Daylight savings, even though alarm.com automatically resets for daylight savings. This proves that Trooper Proctor was lying about what time he took the car, leaving him alone with the vehicle unaccounted for at least 1 hour and 18 minutes. Proctor interviewed her, and Karen denied bringing a drink into the Waterfall bar. She said that she dropped O'Keefe off at the party at 12:15. But since she didn't know anyone there very well, she was feeling sick, and she was a grown-ass woman in her 40s who doesn't go to after parties and play beer pong, so she elected not to stay. She lived with O'Keefe less than 3 miles away, so getting home wouldn't be a problem for him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what? Let me just stop sharing it because I don't really know. I don't know. You know what I mean? I just don't really know. I don't know about him. I don't know what he'll with the situation he's in. I don't know if he'll take his channel down or strike because he doesn't want people to share it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'll just speak here. I'll just leave it, and then you guys. It's under Turtle Boy. Yeah, Glory. That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's one hell of a case. It's shit's getting deep, that's for sure. I know Sleuthy Goosey has a like a PDF. Ellie shared it yesterday. I'll share it again today, or try to find it and share it. Maybe I'll share it on my community tab so you guys can get to it. Or I know I have it in. We shared it in Discord. Shit, we made a room and forgot about it. So, anyways, at least we still have it, but. Anyhow, I appreciate y'all hanging out. That's the fact that he had vomit on him is from the head wound. Yeah, see, they well, I mean, she pulled up and I guess, was the only one that tried to do like CPR and, give life-saving measures. Stop, Duke. He's being such a little shithead. Yeah, it's interesting, that's for sure. There's a lot going on. It just makes me wonder because they had that search warrant. What'd he say? 8 days? They had the search warrant 7 or 8 days. And he's like, they even knew where my kids rode when they got on the school bus. Well, yeah, when they serve search warrants, they know everything about you. They watch you for at least a week, if not longer. I mean, usually they do an investigation on you for a year or two before they just, come bust in your doors. But it might even be, just 5 or 6 months. Maybe that, in the last 6 months, they've been watching them. Fuck, probably the last 3 months when things got pretty intense, but anyhow, he's like, I can't believe they knew what time my kids got on the school bus. They knew everything. Shit, they knew when you left. They knew when you came home. They know when your kids go to school. They know what time they get done. They know what route you take when you pick them up, what time you leave to go drop them off. Shit, they know all that. When you leave to go to sports, when you come home, when your significant other goes to work, when they come home. Shit, they know exactly what's going on. You think they're going to just let their officers run up in somebody's house without knowing anything? Hell no. They do surveillance or they send somebody in. And if they can't get somebody in, then they're going to do surveillance. He knew it was coming when they found out about the dispatcher. Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't know what kind of relationship him and this dispatcher had, but I'll tell you right now, that's not a good look at all. Yeah, it almost makes me wonder like what all they're gonna find in his phone or whatever, his laptops or computers and stuff. But he said he took a lot of notes and they took a lot of his notes, but they left a lot of his notes. So they probably just took whatever they needed, or you know what I mean, just a few of what they needed to show if they have to ever, if they go to trial or they have to show a jury or something, Yeah, it's fucking around. You're gonna fuck around and find out. That's exactly what he did. He played with the wrong people because, like I said, you never ever play with the DA or the judge. They're in control of your life when you're in front of them. That judge, I mean, he can pretty much, make you or break you. I mean, he's the one who says, the DA can suggest and your lawyer can suggest and they can make a deal, but ultimately the judge signs off on it, so I would never be disrespectful to the judge or to the district attorney, state's attorney. No, nope, absolutely not. Those are not the ones to play with. Oh, before we go, let's play this other one. So my friend sent me this and we're about to play this real quick because this is another case we're going to go over. Let me see here. Okay, y'all. So let's get to it real quick. So here it is. And it says Tennessee teacher who claims she's pregnant with student's baby is innocent. This is what her lawyer says. Okay.
A Tennessee teacher charged with raping her underage student is now allegedly pregnant with the 12-year-old's unborn child. For the first time, we're hearing her side of the story straight from her defense attorney. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Sierra Gillespie. Now, it's a story Law and Crime Network has been following since it broke in early September. That's when 38-year-old Alyssa McCommon was arrested for the first time after prosecutors say she raped one of her former students in her own home. Investigators say McCommon, who taught school in Covington, Tennessee, about an hour northeast of Memphis, used video games to contact her former students outside of school. After that, officials say the conversations spilled over into social media apps, which led to explicit photos being sent. In late August,
with her students, y'all, with your kids. Look, you send your kids to be taught by these teachers. You send your kids to be, to go to school to get an education, not to fucking go to school to meet somebody and have a child with a potential child with their teacher. Are you fucking serious right now? I can't. Like this shit right here really just really pisses me off, because come on, man, you're a fucking predator working in a school like that, getting pregnant by kids, young ass kids. You don't even have a chance at life yet. Fuck, man. And here you are as a grown ass adult fucking, being a fucking predator. What's up, Rowena?
Yeah.
I knew this. Is this the one you were telling me about?
Yes.
My friend sent me this, and I'm like, oh my fucking, oh no.
Yeah,
I knew
this
this
is
had
the
to be the
one.
one you were talking about. I thought this was the same one. I'm like, oh my God.
I heard on the news that it was a 12-year-old.
Well,
I mean, excuse
is
me.
that what they said? Was she was 12, or
Excuse me.
it was 12?
No, I heard it was a 16-year-old, but you just played it and it said a 12-year-old.
Yes. That's what I thought they just said.
Yeah, see, on the local news, they said 16-year-old. But,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
thought she said, okay, so they said the video games, that she reached out to
yeah.
him through video games and then started text messaging with them on social media.
And she would invite him over to her house and let him play video games. Yeah, she's a whole piece of shit.
What a sick bitch. Here, let's finish playing this.
August, Tennessee investigators were tipped off about the issue when the 12-year-old victim's parents came forward. Since then, multiple of McCommon's former students have also made similar allegations. As Law and Crime Network reported, McCommon was released on $25,000 bond after her first arrest. But just weeks later, she was back in the Tipton County Jail after she allegedly contacted one of her victims.
I will never text you again. You will never hear from me again. Just please don't say anything. I'm under so much stress and I'm so scared all the time.
Investigators say prior to either of McCommon's arrests, she used a code word to communicate with students. They say the special word was used to ensure the victim was alone at the time. And after that, prosecutors say McCommon would send explicit photos to the students. They also say she used that same code word while out in bond last month to message the boy with threatening comments, saying he would regret going to the authorities. After her second arrest on September 28th, prosecutors alleged she used that code word again. For that, she was charged with harassment, coercion of a witness, and stalking. This time, she's being held without bond. But days after her arrest, this shocking voice recording was played in open court, alleging McCommon is now pregnant with the 12-year-old boy's child.
Say what?
Oh, see, I didn't know it was student.
Pregnant with a 12-year-old boy's child.
Let me tell you, I would beat her.
Oh my God, that's a baby having a baby.
My youngest patient was 12 having a baby.
Oh my God.
This woman
I
right
would be
here.
fucking sick if I was his mother. Oh my God.
Oh,
would
I'd be
be.
in the next cell. Well, she wouldn't be in a cell. I would be. Trust and believe. She wouldn't. Yeah. Covington, Tennessee, Tipton County, baby. They wouldn't be picking up that bill. They'd be picking up my charges. I didn't know it was a 12-year-old.
Cannot believe that.
Wow. Well, I know one. And see, I wonder how many. Oh, Lord, I hope they don't. I hope everything is just locked down. I know minors that, God, please just don't let anybody screw up. And you know what I mean? Like, leak out. Oh, please protect these babies.
Then she messaged him again with the code word and told him
Yeah.
that they would regret it and that she's scared. I understand being scared and upset and whatever, but you are talking to a 12-year-old. How do you think this 12-year-old child feels? Are you kidding me?
Well, that's
What
well,
the
that's
fuck?
well. See, that's what she got out. See, I couldn't remember how much her bond was. I remember thinking it was too low.
20,000, they said. 20. She
Yeah.
got 23, 25, something, 25, 20 or
Yeah.
25,000.
And
Something
they
like that.
were plain as day, no contact, none,
Yep.
no contact. What she do? Burn her phone, contacts them, and now she's without bond. That's why she's in there again. If she hadn't contacted him, she'd be out.
Yep.
I want to see a blood test of a pregnancy. Is what I want to see. I want to see some proof, not just what she's saying that she's pregnant. I want to see some stinking proof, and not no pissing on no stick. I want to see a blood test, bitch.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, baby. I just didn't want to be rude and you know what I mean? I just wanted to play. This is her recording. You ready for it? Like, you ready?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
are
ready,
you
girl.
like mentally ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm muting. I'm
All right.
muting.
I was gonna say this is her. I believe this is her phone call to him. I think. Hold on.
Tell you when it comes up. I'm looking like you. We don't have to talk anymore. Just please, God, tell me you're not going to say anything. I'll never speak to you again.
We've heard from prosecutors and investigators, but for the first time, we're hearing McCommon's side of the story straight from her defense attorney, Jerry Mason. Jerry,
Can you rewind it again?
Today.
Can you rewind it?
Yeah, how far back, baby?
Just to where we can hear that again.
The phone call? Okay.
Yeah.
She says, I'll never reach out to you again. I'll never contact you again. Okay, ready?
Child.
I'm trying to tell you when it comes up. I'm looking like you. We don't have to talk anymore. Just please, God, tell me you're not going to say anything. I'll never speak to you again.
We've heard from prosecutors and investigators, but for the first time, we're hearing McCommon's side of the story straight from her defense attorney, Jerry Mason. Jerry, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start at the very top. Your client maintains her innocence?
Yes, she was accused, obviously, I guess we're working on 6 weeks or so ago, of, a very serious offense. And she denies her guilt in that charge, and then also maintains her innocence on the follow-up charges that she acquired while on bond.
So this is a story at Long Crime we've been covering since it first broke in early September, but we...
See, I didn't know Long Crime had picked it up.
Well, yeah, I didn't either. My friend sent it to me and I'm like, oh my God, this is the same exact one you were telling us about. Like, this had to have been the same story, you know?
Yeah. But see, I didn't find out until today that maybe it was yesterday that she was pregnant. Yeah, it was yesterday that I heard she was pregnant, or she said she was pregnant. Like I said, I want to see a blood test. Crazy. Look, I can spot them, I'm telling you.
We've had multiple follow-up stories because more developments continue to come. The most recent involves a voice recording that was played in court with an alleged bombshell, a pregnancy bombshell. What do you have to say about that recording?
Well, I mean, my focus is on what was actually presented in court, and I think it's important for everyone to understand that this was not a trial. This was a bond revocation hearing. The judge only had to hear enough evidence, in the judge's opinion, to rise to probable cause, which is a very low burden of proof, to decide whether she would reinstate the original bond or set a new bond. And she felt there was at least enough probable cause to hold Miss McCommon with no bond at the moment. So she did revoke the bond. As far as the recording that was played, the only verification that they had that was Miss McCommon was a detective who admitted that he had only spoke with her very briefly several weeks ago. The voice was very agitated on there, so I assume when he spoke with her, she wasn't. I just think that it was limited evidence presented that it was her. Now, that's not to say it was or wasn't her. I don't know. I mean, it's just what the proof is going to show, and they didn't present a victim, alleged victim, or anything. They just had the detective testify that was her voice. That was literally the only proof that was from her. And they had text messages also, but neither the text number or the voice call number is registered anywhere. So they had no record of where the phone number ties to, who it's tied to, and they still don't have the phone. So, I mean, I understand the judge's position, but it was limited proof on it actually being Miss McCommon.
I was going to ask about that number that was not registered. That's kind of interesting, something I haven't seen very much. So what do we do moving forward with that? Is that something that the defense is going to try to combat and say, okay, we looked it up, it is not McCommon's phone number? What are the next steps there?
Well, I don't know that there's much we will do on that end. At this point, the burden is all on the state. It's what they present. And I know that they're trying to locate this phone. I talked to one of the detectives, and they...
Do you know the U.S. solar company's nasty little secret? It turns out if you live in Illinois, they have...
I don't think the phone was on, but they said there was some way they could maybe trace where the phone was. I'm not sure how they do all that. But I know they're looking for the phone.
They gonna do it.
I think they did confirm the number was from one of the phones that a lot of people will buy and dispose of. So I don't know where the phone came from. I don't know if they can trace where that phone originated, where it was purchased, anything like that. All I know is for the moment, to my knowledge, they don't have the phone or confirmation who the number goes to.
They can trace all that, boo-boo. She got a burner phone. The reason why she was held without bond now is because she couldn't last 2 weeks without going and getting a burner phone and reaching out to her victim. That's why she's without bond, but I know he's got to do his job. But yeah, they're going to track it down. They're going to track down exactly where she got it from. And yeah, I mean, it's not. This isn't. Yeah, it's just new. You know what I mean? It's just all. It's all been popping off pretty quick.
Yeah, that's his client too. So he's gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's got
a job to do. Right, he's got a job to do. But I can tell you right now that they couldn't rearrest her and hold her without bond on that if they didn't have proof that was her. Other than just one detective saying he heard her voice more than just one time, they got more than that, boo-boo. Just in my opinion. Hey, Queen, did you know that it is Nana, y'all, Nana's not drunk? Did y'all know it's her birthday?
No.
Yes.
Well, happy birthday, y'all's Nana is not drunk.
All right, Queen, you need to sing to her.
Oh, I don't know the happy birthday song. And Nanya doesn't come over here anymore, so we can't sing. I don't know. We'll have to make up a new one or get a new one or something, or have somebody else come sing one.
I'll do one. Y'all ready? Happy birthday to Nana. Happy birthday to Nana. I hope you're good and drunk, oh Nana, and that you had a wonderful birthday. Yay!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. She got to eat, girl, honey. She got to eat fried green tomatoes. With, yes, with
that I was gonna say that's an awesome birthday snack.
With like shrimp, not shrimp etouffee, but shrimp Creole sauce. Yes, girl, honey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, happy birthday, beautiful.
She had a good day. Need to send Quint. Did you take a picture of the fried green tomatoes? I hope you did. Need to send it to Queen so I can see it. All right, let's get back to Trash over here.
Oh.
And he's got a job to do. I mean, you know.
Right. I
That's
was
the
going to say,
thing,
he's got a job too. That's the only reason why
Yeah.
he's saying what he's
Look,
saying.
if I had a defense attorney, trust and believe, I'd want him saying whatever he got to do. Just say what you got. But yeah, it'd be all right. We're going to follow this one, Queen. I need to reach out to my contacts tomorrow.
What in the hell, Peggy? Never had Creole sauce or fried green tomatoes.
Peggy. Oh, my honey. Don't
You don't
dox
know what
yourself.
you're missing, baby. You don't know what you're missing.
Don't dox yourself, but baby, I can hook you up now. I'm gonna hook Nana up. By next year, she gonna be down here at the Hive Jive. I'll be cooking for all y'all.
All the girls told you you're missing out, baby.
Oh my goodness, honey, I need to post my fried green tomato recipe. Ooh, Lord. Woo.
Yes, you do.
They are so good. And I don't cook like a person that shall not be mentioned. Never had grits or collard greens or chicken wing. Oh my God, Peggy. Okay. Grits.
Are you trolling us? Hold on. Are you trolling us?
Yeah, she gotta be. Chicken wings? Now, girl. You gotta have some collard greens? No, I ain't never had them. And grits I've only had once. But
oh, let me go look. I'll go look.
Nana, baby, if you can make it down here to me and my husband's grandmother's iron skillet will cook you some of the best fried green tomatoes. Tim would even eat them. They're so good. So good. Now, I do like shrimp and grits. Ooh, shrimp and grits. See? Oh my God, Nana. I just saw it. Me and Nana, we think a lot alike on the food spectrum. Yes, shrimp and grits is so good. You know what's down here this weekend? It started today. The Shrimp Festival. The big old huge Shrimp Festival. So I'll have to go around and take some pictures and send them in to Queen. Have them posted. Girl, come on. Look, don't dox yourself, but baby, come on. I need to tell Queen if y'all if y'all want my email, I'll just tell her to give it to y'all. Come on, Patty. Shoot, we need to have a hive greet up. Come on, Captain. It's going to be on every kind of shrimp. It's going to be like a Bubba. Shrimp kebabs, shrimp sandwiches, shrimp scampi, fried shrimp, shrimp etouffee, shrimp and grits, shrimp and potatoes, shrimp and everything. Yes. Ooh. Captain, we've got a good crab legs place down here, though. Oh, my God, they're so good. Now, soft shell crab, I don't, it's all right. I know. Seriously, we ought to get up a meet and greet. I'm going to have to we'll have to get an attorney and draw up some NDAs and exchange IP addresses and, do all the things and then have a good time. Grits are kind of like, let's see. Do you know what cream of wheat is? Kind of like that. They're good. Linda was at a Shoney's across from Graceland. Honey, look. That was my old stomping ground. Elvis bought our neighbor's daughter a car, had it delivered. We saw him all the time. I shook his hand. He was riding a horse with Lisa Marie. Yeah, there's a place down here, Captain. It's all you can eat, which they're not local. I don't care though. I mean, we don't have, crab is not our thing down here. But yeah, it's all you can eat. When we roll up, when Rowena and family rose up, it's like we don't even talk. It's like, let's go. Eating crab legs. But yeah, I think a hive jive would be fun. Have you met Justin Timberlake? I did meet Justin Timberlake. He was playing golf at the country club where my niece got married. And so he walked up and talked to us, and he's very sweet. And his dad worked for the hospital that I used to work at. So, not doxing myself. It's a really big, huge medical mecca place. So, I ain't doxing myself at all. But yes, very, very, very sweet.
Okay, we'll finish playing this real quick.
Yeah.
Say that I started the hearing off, and this has not gotten a lot of coverage. I requested a continuance based on a motion I filed for a mental evaluation of Miss McCommon. And my position on that was there had been some statements made to me that gave me pause on my ability to represent her. Part of what, as a defense lawyer, I have to be comfortable with is that the information I'm getting from my client is accurate and reliable, and they understand everything. And I mean, anyone, again, not to make light of the allegations, but anyone in this position, guilty or innocent, is going to be under tremendous mental pressure. And I just felt that there was no reason to push a hearing forward when I was agreeing to postpone the hearing and allow her to stay in jail, no risk to anyone, just to do the mental evaluation so we could then check that box to see, some outside entity could tell us what her current state is, if she understood everything. And the judge did grant my motion for the mental evaluation, which is probably going to happen this week, and then denied the continuance motion. The next hearing, the judge said, is supposed to be the preliminary hearing on all the allegations, but the judge did say that 10 more, she would check with the lawyers to see if we've gotten the results of the mental evaluation. I anticipate if we have not gotten those results, the judge will probably continue that preliminary hearing.
That's definitely something that we'll follow up on here, whether those results are made public, if the hearing is postponed, things like that. So that is definitely good to know. But if we zero in on McCommon's alleged interactions here with her former students, this is where it all began. Before she was arrested the second time, before this pregnancy bombshell, with these alleged interactions with her former students. So does she deny contacting her students at all?
Well, she hasn't done either at the moment. I mean, as I stated, the state is the only one that's put any proof on, and we're not at a point yet where we put on any even defenses, honestly, other than just state her position, which is she says she's not guilty of the offenses. So I only know what you know, and I can't confirm or deny whether she had contact with them. I will say this. This is something that I thought was interesting, but nobody else is covering. My child was her student. My youngest son was in her class in 5th grade, and she was a great teacher. We've had no problems with her. We've even been friends with her and her husband for a long time. I was a deputy here in Tipton County, and so was he, and we were deputies together. And so we were very friendly, and that's kind of how they knew me. So, I mean, I've known her for a while, and saying that doesn't mean that she's innocent, obviously. And I hope it doesn't mean that I have any bias towards her, because I'm going to do my job regardless. But I have known them, and they were not, just on a personal note, she never struck me as anyone that would do anything like this. So, we'll just have to see what the proof holds out on all that.
That is an interesting fact that you said that your son was actually in her class. So did you see any red flags? Would you at this point be uncomfortable if your son happened to be alone with her?
Well, I mean, it's very likely he could have been alone in the room with her. I'm not sure. I did ask him how his relationship was with her then and now, and he's very complimentary of her. Says nothing awkward or weird ever happened. She's a good teacher. She's not contacted him since then. He's 18 now, but he is a senior in high school. But he would have been, 12, 13 at the time in her.
Hell no.
So hold on. How is that not a conflict of interest?
Well, and especially there, it's going to be, everybody knows this is a real small town. I mean, real small. So the fact that his son went to Covington High School, are there at school in Covington tells me that he lives in Covington, this attorney. Plus, he used to be a deputy at Fayette County.
Right.
And so I don't think it's like a conflict of interest, because they didn't have a relationship outside of just him being her teacher. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't, friends and, outside of school. So that I don't think that could be a conflict of interest. I don't. But you're gonna have to, number one, it's gonna be hard to find somebody to take this case because you are in Tennessee, in the Bible Belt, a woman that is now saying she is pregnant with a 12-year-old child, baby, and yeah, it's gonna be hard for her to find somebody that will want to take her case. So, and there's not a whole lot there. So, I mean, you can go into Memphis, but you're talking about a, good hour. So, yeah, it's this is gonna be really interesting. This is gonna get real nasty because you're gonna have the people that are pro her, and there's gonna be people that are pro her, but this is gonna get wild. But, Covington's the place where you can pull
This is
up
her
to.
defense attorney.
You can pull up in Covington. You can stop this little bitty old gas station on the left. You can fill up with gas on an old timey pump. You can go get you some chicken and dressing. You can tan, and if you got a VCR or a DVD player, they'll rent you one of those. It's a one-stop shop, man. That's how Covington is.
Wow.
You can go tanning at the gas station, pick up dinner and a movie.
So it's really small.
Yeah, it's a small. I mean, it's grown up some, but it's a cool place. It really is. Mm.
In elementary school, and I did ask him if he's in the same school where the alleged victim is, and I asked him what kids are going to talk, and so what are they saying? Are there other kids saying anything? And he said that he knew of no one that was saying anything other than she had been a good teacher with them. But like I also said, I know that people
transgender. It's made very, very cool through the media.
Do different things behind closed doors. So, I'm not trying to be blind to anything that my client may or may not have done. Again, I just focus on what proof has been presented. And in my opinion, we just got limited proof right now that any of this allegations occurred.
If we're looking at the timeline of this case so far, in early September was.
Now, I have a problem with him questioning his child about what the other children are saying at school. I have a problem with that.
Look, did you see what Coco said?
Mm.
Did I hear right? Her husband is a cop. I thought they just said that when he said he was whatever. I thought he said her husband was a cop too.
I thought he said a friend of theirs. I thought that this attorney said that he used to be a deputy. Now he's an attorney, and that a mutual friend of theirs was a deputy, but maybe I was wrong.
No, I think they said her husband was.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's kind of like, what the hell? That's why I said
really
conflict just because they worked together as officers, and then his son went to the same school and was she was his teacher. They hung out together outside of school. He asked his son if anything had ever happened. Then he said his son's like 17, 18, and he's asking high school students if they've ever had any experiences like that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that her husband's a cop. And I don't think he should be asking his son or anybody else their opinions or whatever. I don't think that's right. I think that's where he's crossing a line. You know, we don't know his son, and I mean, what if a kid did tell his son something? You know, oh my God. You know, I don't think kids need to be encouraged to tell an adult. Yeah, I think damn it, Duke's probably up, you know. I think he's the real cartel runner, to be honest. But yeah, this is a wild story. Yeah, I'll have to check out some more stuff. See what the scuttlebutt is around town.
No, moderator, I didn't, and it won't show up because we don't get links. So it'll show you that you left the comment, but it's not showing up for me until I go into my YouTube studio. So if you want to email it to me, I'll put my email in the chat. Otherwise, I won't be able to get it until the stream's over. When I go check the studio, give me 1 second and I'll put it in the chat, love.
Yeah, I can't. I feel so bad for these parents. And I feel bad for, like, all the other parents, like, you know, just like that dad asked his son. I mean, that attorney asked, well, he's a dad too, but that attorney dad asked his son, you know, did he ever experience anything? You know, every parent's going to be asking their kid and then wondering, like, oh my God, you know, you can tell me the truth. And, you know, just like, I want to know how many.
Well, yeah, but I mean, 12 years old. I mean, I have a 12-year-old. That would be scary as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they would be scared to death to come and tell me if something like that happened or if something like that was going on with their teacher. I just don't even know what the hell to think about that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's
fucking sick.
It's scary. It's ugh. It's so scary.
This case sounds like it may have a lot of moments. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of.
Let's finish this real quick.
Common's first arrest. What was her reaction at that point when those initial charges of rape were brought on?
Oh, she was shocked. Her and her husband both were just, they acted shocked about the whole incident. You know, she had been a teacher for years and, I mean, taught hundreds, I would suppose, maybe thousands of students. And, you know, this is the first time something like this came up. So, yeah, she was very surprised.
So then if we're moving forward to her second arrest just a couple weeks ago in late September, she had been out on bond after that first arrest, but then is arrested again. And prosecutors are saying this is because she directly violated bond and contacted one of the alleged victims. I guess, what do you have to say about that half of things?
Yeah, well, so it was a bond condition. And so if it's proven that she did try to contact an alleged victim, then yeah, that's a violation of the bond conditions and probably fulfills some of the criteria for the offense. But again, my position is there's just limited evidence that she did. I mean, there's two sides to that too. So if she didn't, obviously, then she's not guilty of these new offenses. But if she did, I mean, that gives me pause, you know, on the mental state, because she got very lucky. We were able to get her a very reasonable bond considering the charge. And honestly, I believe the prosecutor and we were very surprised by the initial bond. It was very low. And I think there were other factors that played into why the first judge set such a low bond. In any event, she was kind of lucky that she had that bond. So I would be shocked if someone got out on such a low bond and had the opportunity to remain free. And honestly, it would have probably been through spring. You know, the way that most of these cases in Tennessee, especially Tipping County, the way most of them work, they don't do this where they arrest them in general sessions court. They don't arrest them and then they come in and they have a prelim. And part of the reason for that is, like, for instance, the preliminary hearing, they're probably going to have to put a victim on. Well, if a victim has really been victimized, why would you re-victimize them multiple times and have them testify? And so if you arrest a person and put them in through sessions court, there's a prelim that, as a decent lawyer, I'm not going to waive the prelim. So they know that this juvenile or juveniles, whoever it is going to have to testify. So then the problem becomes it moves to circuit court in Tennessee, which is our trial court. And at that court, there could be a trial where, again, they may have to testify. So we were aware something was coming beforehand. They had contacted her. She knew that they were talking to her about it. That's why they came and talked to us. So I immediately reached out to the detectives and the district attorney to let them know to direct correspondence to me. And everybody sort of had an understanding that this would go through a circuit in a way to protect alleged victims, because it's possible once you get to circuit court and the prosecutor gives me, we do discovery with motions practice.
Sorry, he's a little boring for me. Anyhow, basically what they got to do is go through court and all the hearings and all the other stuff. But I mean, I can't believe that shit. 12 years old, and then she acted like her. Well, I'm sure her husband probably didn't have any fucking idea what was going on. I'm sure he had no clue. If he did, I would be shocked if he knew what was going on.
Yeah, I would be too. And yeah, but for him to say, well, if it was her, that contacted him, we're not sure if it was. Well, she apparently there's enough evidence because she's not out. I mean, she was rearrested, so, and no bond, and but I mean, she got it at an easy jail. That's all I got to say. It's pretty easy out there. She's not getting what she deserves while she's waiting. Sorry, not sorry. I want to know about this whole pregnancy thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the whole thing again on Law and Crime, but apparently, Linda, he did say something about that as far as her being pregnant, that they couldn't verify that was her voice, and so I'm gonna go back and listen to it again. I've had like 3 gummies today, so yeah. Yeah, it's going to be real interesting to see how many kids. I hope there's no more for them, for her too. I hope there's no more victims.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I'll hook you up.
only hope. I mean, I'm not sure if that they'll even want to come forward at this point. But.
And I hope they keep all of their information locked down so tight. Just please, so tight. I mean, I know they're minors and everything's locked down, but there's nut jobs, you know what I'm talking about, they don't care about the victims and the kids. They're weirdos. So I just hope, I hope their identity and everything about them is protected. Her lawyer is her friend. I'm sure him or her husband know her voice, or even other teachers she worked with. Yeah, I mean, I think it's her voice. It's just mind blowing. My daughter had friends that went to that high school. Yeah. It just proves a point. God, it's like everybody thinks it's just men that are predators, and it's not. You got to watch every person.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, it's just to be that young. I mean, 12-year-old boy, like you ain't even mature enough to even have it, but you're still a fucking baby your damn self,
Yep.
Probably, you know what I'm saying? His mom's probably still washing his damn drawers. What the hell?
And that is straight up.
So here's the moderator sent me these 2 links. We're gonna watch these real quick. This is back with the Karen Reed case.
Oh, okay.
A judge is now deciding whether to order prosecutors to hand over more evidence. In the case of Karen Reed, the woman accused of killing her boyfriend, a Boston police officer, John O'Keefe. Reed's attorneys say the evidence could clear her. She's accused of hitting O'Keefe with her car and killing him. O'Keefe's body was discovered in a pile of snow outside the Canton home of a fellow officer who'd hosted a gathering there in January 2022. Reed's defense attorneys are asking to see evidence, O'Keefe's clothing, and Reed's taillight. They also want to know what happened to a dog. O'Keefe had injuries on his arm, which prosecutors say are from the accident, but the defense believes they're from a dog attack.
The Commonwealth has always maintained that it's road rash on his arm. No one has ever said that, but counsel for the defendant. As far as the injuries are concerned to Mr. O'Keefe's right arm and right forearm, they've always and consistently been described as abrasions caused by blunt force trauma, not road rash. I'm not really sure where the road rash comes from.
This is the first I've heard of the Commonwealth's new position after, 15, 16 months, that somehow John O'Keefe was stabbed or cut up with a broken cocktail glass, which would produce these injuries.
Yeah, see, that's definitely not road rash to me. That does not look like road rash. What do y'all think? Does it look like road rash to you guys?
No, it doesn't look like road rash to me, but I can't say that it also looks 100% like a dog bite, you know? Like, I mean, I could see where we don't know how many times he fell either. Like, if she hit him and then he went to go get up and then he fell again, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why it can't be that it was an accident. It would be like DUI, vehicular homicide, not murder. It was an accident. She didn't see him. They were all drunk inside. I don't know why, but they didn't
Well,
see
supposedly
him.
he never went into that house.
You know, but when they left, they didn't see him out there. I don't know. I mean, I know that.
All right, here's our poll. I put up the poll. Ready? You guys check
yeah.
this out. So it says, do the marks on John O'Keefe's arm look like road rash? So you guys go answer it. Yes or no? Does it look like road rash to you guys? It's anonymous, so nobody will know what you answer or how you answer. So answer it honestly, what y'all think.
What was the last poll findings? I forgot.
I think it said does it look like the dog bite comparison to Jen's dog bite?
Yeah.
I believe it was actually like 85% said yes, and the rest said no. I don't know. We'll have to go back and look. I'll have to go back and look at the chat. Why is the chat disappearing from live streams now?
Oh, like
there's
when
certain
you go
live streams
back.
I'll go back to watch and the chat's gone. Then I had some girl, Lexla or whatever. I don't even know who the fuck that is, but she came in my comment section like, are you deleting other people's different views? Are you deleting the comments with different views? Because we have screenshots in our chat and I see the comments in those, but I don't see them over here. Bitch, first of all, if you have a fucking chat with screenshots of my fucking community tab in there, then you obviously know what the fuck comments are on here and what's been said. Secondly, if you have an issue and you can't see them, you either need to check your fucking block list or you need to check with YouTube, because I don't know what the fuck's going on. I sure as hell don't delete it, but this is my fucking channel. If I want to do that, I will. I don't need anybody's permission to delete a fucking comment off of here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know who the fuck she was talking about. What the hell is going on with her? So that shit, people just irritate the fuck out of me sometimes.
The outrage over just the wildest things. I'm like, wow. Ooh, if that's the most you've got to be outraged in a day, maybe I do want your life.
Right.
If that's your biggest concern, is some comments being deleted. Good night. Woo.
No, and there was There's something else that's really irritating the fuck out of my soul. I'm probably gonna end up exploding about it one of these fucking days here real soon.
Well, let's
I mean,
let's not right now. Banana, bitch, banana.
banana, goddamn it, banana.
You know that's my code word. Well, look, we were all talking one day, and they said, so I said, I'm gonna have to. I said, I can't go up on panel no more when I'm coming up. I said, I'm gonna have to get somebody to be like, I can text
And
you or
look,
something.
Indy said happy Friday the 13th. Bitch, you already knew. Came right in, right on time.
It's on.
It will be, I'm sure.
It'll
I'll
be
fucking shake the streets of YouTube.
That makes absolutely no sense.
At this point, we don't know when the judge may make her ruling.
These are gonna be some interesting cases. Interesting cases.
And here's TurtleBoy's interview right here with Vinny here.
Oh,
Okay, so Queen, the other video tells about John's footsteps inside the house from his phone records. Okay, see, they said supposedly that he didn't go in the house. So I'm glad you said that. Thank you for sending this. All right,
Okay.
let's play this real quick because they said he did not go in according.
What?
Innocent. Karen Reed and her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, were bar hopping on a snowy night in Massachusetts. At the end of the night, they were invited to a house party at the home of a fellow officer in Canton, Massachusetts. When Karen and John arrived, Karen did not exit the car. John did. And from that point forward, there are two very different versions of what happened. Prosecutors say Karen was mad at John and purposely struck him with her car and left him on the ground to die in the snow.
That's what the prosecutors say.
Yep.
All right, here's the other side. Ready?
But Karen and her defense team say John went to the party. Something terrible happened inside the house, and his body was placed outside where he was found dead the next morning. Karen has been charged with murder but claims she is the victim of a big cover-up by police. Meanwhile, both inside and outside the courthouse, things have been getting very tense. A local blogger who goes by the name TurtleBoy organized a protest outside the courthouse to support Karen. Tonight, we speak live with TurtleBoy. Then we'll bring in the attorneys for Karen Reed as we investigate the death of John O'Keefe and the allegations of a police cover-up.
That's fucking crazy now. See?
But now take this all in, okay? Don't be starstruck. JLR was also on with Vinny. So let's not forget the company that Vinny keeps now. Get it right. Okay. Plus, I've heard that he's friends with a certain but I don't know. That's just what I heard.
All right.
I'm Vinny Politan. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Closing Arguments. Great to have you with us. Now, Karen Reed, like every other criminal defendant, when they're charged, is presumed innocent. And it's no different in this case. But in many of the cases we cover on Court TV, right, the presumption of innocence applies. But you know, and I think sometimes in the back of my mind, yeah, they're presumed innocent, but come on. We've from the evidence that's been released already, it doesn't look really good for that defendant. This case is a little different and potentially a lot different, depending upon how the evidence plays out, because there are two very different versions of what happened that night in Canton, Massachusetts. Now, you know, we rarely hear from criminal defendants. They don't usually testify at trial, and they usually don't talk before the trial. But in this case, that's not the case. I mean, she has spoken. Karen Reed has spoken out And even though we rarely hear from defendants, we've heard from this one. So that makes this case a little bit different because the defense has an alternative story about what happened here. Many times the defense is, oh, they can't prove their case. Period. End of story. They don't have the evidence. And as we know in our system, the defense doesn't have to prove anything in that time. And for me, it begins with this outpouring of support for Karen Reed. Take a look at what is actually happening in Dedham, Massachusetts, when there are hearings in this case. Take a look.
We're not putting up with that. We're right here today, Jimmy Durkin. We're not going to be quiet. We got it. Imagine one day you wake up and your daughter is telling you, Dad, they're telling me I killed John. They're telling me I killed John. I'm scared. And then you go, you're involuntarily sectioned for 5 hours in Brockton. At the same hospital, I believe, that the boyfriend is just pronounced better. You're sectioned there against your will. And then you were brought back to One Meadows Avenue, where the people who were kissing your when you were helping out their niece and nephew for the last 2 years, helping raise them, those people are suddenly turning on you and telling you that you killed your boyfriend who you love dearly. So we are here because the institutions that we are supposed to trust, the police and the district attorney's office.
See, he's wild as fuck. He's just wild. Out there wilding out. Knowing damn well they ain't gonna put up with this for too long. You know what I mean? The cops. I mean, I just feel like he knows. He knows.
Listen to him scream into that bullhorn. That song just came in my head like, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's so ironic. Yeah. It's a lot. Okay. All right. Y'all tell me the truth if I'm offline here. But like in my mind, I'm like, why could this not have been? They were all wrong because they were drinking and driving. I think she should have been charged with vehicular DUI homicide. She killed someone while she was drunk. And why did it have to turn into this? What? Stop it.
I said bullhorn, Bobby.
I saw it.
Sorry, I shouldn't interrupt you.
No.
As soon as I see that fucking busted out.
If I pee on myself, I'm going to be very
What
upset.
up, Jonesin? 3.5 hours later, she comes in to say hi. Damn, B.
What's up?
She said, fuck you in this live, bitch. What the fuck?
But I mean, seriously, why couldn't she have
fucking done? This shit's
why
crazy.
Couldn't it have been an accident? Why couldn't it have been an accident?
Well, because that's the thing is they said if she would have said it was an accident, things probably would have been different. But she said she didn't do it. She didn't know anything about it. Like that's her story, and she's sticking to it.
But I mean, she might not know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. She might not.
That's what she said
because she don't know she did it.
When the two women said that, she said, "I think I did it. What if I did it? What if it was me? What if I hit him or something along those lines?" They said that she did say that, and She's like, I was asking it as like a question, like, what if I did it or something, you know?
But I might would have said the same thing. Like, you know, might have felt something, and you're like, look, and you don't see anything, and you're like, screw it, and you're pissed, and you're drunk, and you take, you know, and it's snowing, and you take off and you leave, and then you find him laying where you put it in reverse. It's like, I could see myself saying that, like, oh my God, you know, like, he, you know, to me, that's just not her saying, I did it. I don't know. Need to make a mental note to myself. If I ever decide to run over hubby, don't say anything. Just say banana. Banana,
Right.
banana. Banana.
Just say banana. They'll never know.
Well, see, it started out saying that I was going to say in chat, don't let me hop up. And then I shortened it to I'm gummied up. And then it went to somebody said banana hammock. And then I was like, if I'm gummied up, I'm not going to be able to smell hammock. So I said, screw it. I'm just going to put a banana emoji. So that next live, when we went in, everybody, you were like, what the hell's up about these bananas? We were like, oh, we're gummied up.
I'm like, banana hammock. What the hell's with all these bananas? What the hell's going on here?
It's Robo's code word to say somebody's supposed to send
Like,
me
you guys
the
have
message.
been in, listen, you guys have been in the fucking voice chat again.
Yes, we have. but no, but that's supposed to be my key for somebody to go, bitch, sit the fuck down. And so that's supposed to snap me out of it. Not I put bananas in there. Would I get bananas back? Not one person has said, okay, I'm here to save you. It's just everybody's all gummied up with me. Y'all are useless. Useless. I'm going to have to find a new system.
Sticky, look, she said, uh-oh, did I hear code banana hammock?
Yes, she did. That means sit down, girl. Do not go up there. How many gummy check-in? How many have
Oh,
you
you know
had?
what? If somebody messaged me earlier and asked me about Alicia, she deleted her channel. If you're still in here, I know that you asked me about her, and I forgot to respond to you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound rude or like I was ignoring you. But yeah, she said she was not going to deal with the stress and the bullshit. She does still have her PayPal pool and stuff. And I think she's going to like talk about her story when things are done, but she's got surgery. Be still. If you're in here, I do have her address for you to send the quilt, and I will send it later when I get off of here.
And she also has a Patreon.
Yeah. How do you get to that? I don't even know
Cashmere's supposed to be getting me the link to it.
Okay.
So I'll have
well,
her
you know
send
what?
it
She
to
may not
you.
want a bunch of people in there. So.
Well, I think it was okay. I think she
Well,
was
no,
okay
I mean
with it.
to drop it in my chat. I better ask her first.
No. I don't know about that. But just I'll have Cashmere send it. I'll have Cashmere DM it to you, and then she can ask her. Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't want to drop it in here in case she doesn't want 100 people come, you know, or I don't know how private it is or what her plans are for it. So I just didn't want to be rude, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so here TurtleBoy comes on. TurtleBoy comes on and starts talking here. So
yeah,
here he comes. I think he's right. I think he's coming on next. So here we go.
Standing ovation as she enters the courtroom. What is going on out there? Well, the man who organized all of that is joining us tonight, our special guest, blogger, social media personality, owner of TV Daily News, and the man who organized the Karen Reed protest. He's joining us tonight, apparently from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, Aiden Kearney, also known as TurtleBoy. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, Vinny.
Let me start here. Aiden, TurtleBoy, what do you prefer?
You can call me TurtleBoy.
Okay, I'll go with TurtleBoy. No, not a problem. I understand. That's what everybody calls you. So let me start here.
Yeah, I'm used to it now.
Yeah. So the first question, how did you get involved in this case? Like, you were a sports guy, weren't you?
No, no. I mean, I started the blog about 10 years ago about sports, and nobody really cared about sports. So I started really getting into investigative stories, and I became an award-winning journalist along the way. And I've built a pretty large following in the New England area. And so when stories like this happen, I gravitate towards them. But this particular story is by far the biggest and longest story we've ever done. We're on part like 97 at this point. I don't know how many hours of YouTube streaming shows we've done about this, but it just seems like it never ends. And the following has obviously grown significantly as a result of this because the story is so mesmerizing. It just every day there's something new about this story that you couldn't be more shocked than the previous day. And then like yesterday, we find out that Michael Proctor, the detective in this, made up a fake company that does not exist and wrote in his report that they plowed Fairview Road, a company that does not exist, in order to avoid interviewing the actual plow driver who I interviewed yesterday. And as it turns out, he went by 34 Fairview Road and he reported seeing no body. He said that he would have seen a body if it was lying there. He's a 217-pound man, 10 feet from the curb. He said there was no body on the ground. And the lead investigator for the Massachusetts State Police, who is good friends with the people who are believed to be the perpetrators of this horrible, horrific crime, has known these people his entire life. He lives in Canton, and he never interviewed the only eyewitness who can definitively say that there was no body on the ground on 34 Fairview Road that night.
And again, as I said off the top, Karen Reed presumed innocent. Everyone that the defense is accusing is presumed innocent as well. But we know this way this is playing out, and the defense is going to make these same accusations that you're making. That obviously we have no idea what the truth is, and hopefully everything comes out inside the courtroom, and the jury tells us eventually. So you have no personal connection to Karen Reed.
No, I didn't know who she was before this. I mean, I briefly saw it in the news when it happened last year, and didn't pursue it. I thought it was a horrible tragedy when it happened, like a horrible accident. I think a lot of people assume that. And then what really caught my attention was a court filing in April about the Google search. Like that was what caught my attention. And I looked into it and I read Alan Jackson's 94-page affidavit accompanying.
I don't know. See, man, this shit just makes me go back and forth. Like maybe she really did just hit him. Maybe she just hit him, and that's then I'm like, shit. Maybe what if she really didn't hit him? What what if what if?
And then I think, okay, well, if they're going to beat a brother, okay, if they're going to beat him to death, and are they just going to let him just lay right there where he's supposed to be? Would they not? If
Right at the end of their driveway or outside in their yard? Yeah, I don't see them him.
Wouldn't they take him off and cover stuff up if it's and it's like, I know that it's like, every city has its own, and I know that every city thinks it's worse than the other person's city. But I mean, look at Coffee Town, California. You got 50 cops that are the worst of the worst. I mean,
yeah, the ones with felonies and shit, where they all work at the same.
Yeah. It's like you can't get no job place else. You go work there and make bank.
It's crazy as hell that the police there have fucking felony battery charges and felonies, and they're still police officers.
Yeah. So it's like it's everywhere. It's like there's nasty and corrupt and nasty everywhere. But it's like if these cops are gonna go to all this trouble and do all this stuff, why would they leave his body there? Why would they not take him off, cover it up? They know how to cover stuff up. And then hide it politically through all these wealthy political ties that these families have, and still keep it covered up, and then not have to blame her, while leaving there. I don't know. Am I nuts?
I don't know. I feel like if she did if she was drunk like they say, and they were fighting and arguing, like you know what I mean? Like it seems like they could, because we've seen this happen. Shit, most of us have been into an argument, drinking or whatever with your significant other. Let me out of the car. I'm getting out of the car. I'll just walk up here. Well, I'm not even going in because I'm not even invited because they don't like me anyways. I'm just gonna go home. And I could see her backing off and going home, hitting him and not realizing it and driving off. You know what I mean?
I could too. I could see her. There was snow on the ground. you know, just a one little bitty slide and tap, you know, and like I said, maybe when he didn't come home and she saw him, and that's why she said, oh my God, I hit him. Did I hit him? Because she did realize she was
Yeah.
drunk, that hey, you know, and I'm sure she wasn't sober when she found him. You know, sleep doesn't sober you up, it just passes the time. And so if she thought, you know, I mean, and I've done that to where I thought, did I hit something? You know, and, you know,
Went out the next day to check, or did you just feel like, oh, you know, I didn't hit nothing? You just thought you did.
yeah, I just thought I did, you know, just, you know, and I pulled up the hat and, you know, but, you know, just, you know,
Right.
just those little things kind of go through your mind, you know, to where maybe, I don't know, but
Huh.
to go to all this huge cover up just to hide cops that beat apparently somebody
Well,
they
and
had
then,
no
you know,
problems with. They didn't have a
why go
history
after
with
a
him.
kid who wasn't even there? You know, like that calling or
Yeah.
whatever. Why? I guess I don't understand that. Why are you going after, you know, somebody's kid who wasn't even there? That he wasn't even home that night. You know what I mean?
Well,
And now, like, they're fucking with him so bad that, like, he had to drop out of college, couldn't go to school, can't be on the football team and stuff like he was
yep.
supposed to be, you know, like, it just totally ruined his fucking life. Like, everything he had going for him is done.
And I heard another creator state that, well, you know, he pushes people and he pushes people, and then he'll push you until, you know, he breaks you and you talk, you know, and so that was the justification. But then it was, you know, they didn't dig the real life tactics, and I was like, but it's okay for him to push any way that he can, even at the his innocent family members, you know, his children, all their children, their spouses that had nothing to do with this. So that's where I you know, I'm glad I really think that they should all be exposed. There probably is a lot of corruption and nasty. I'm sure there is, but this to me just it wasn't. I don't know. It just didn't. It didn't do it for the corruption part. I'm sorry. And I saw that. You know, I saw one video where he. You know, he was this older man that apparently used to be somebody on the police department, and he was harassing them, and the dude was up in his face, and you could tell it made him uncomfortable. And you know, he was, you know, saying, you know, talking a bunch of smack, you know, and the dude wasn't just saying, he was just smiling at him. It was like but it's okay for them to do, you know. It's like it's okay for them to look in your windows, but I guarantee you, if those people would have looked at his windows, they'd have been arrested. So that's where I have an issue. But I'm anxious to see the actual evidence. I do think it's weird that the state won't give the defense, and I love her defense attorney. He's doing a great job. He is brilliant. I don't believe some of the accusations that he's supporting, but he's putting reasonable doubt in. But I just don't understand why the state won't turn over certain pieces of evidence. It makes them look bad. Turn it over, let testing be done, get to the truth, whatever it is. We are in a bizarro, upside-down world, pecan pie. We really are. Yep. Did you hear that Dolly and the person that shall not be named don't support TurtleBoy's real-life actions? Yeah. I think sweet tea came out of my nose when I heard that. And the world quit spinning, so we all fell down. But tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah, it seems like it's pretty damn crazy, don't it?
It does. It does. I was reading chat. Sorry.
Oh, shit. Here. She said 21 minutes in. Lawyer comes in with evidence. Let me put it back up then, baby. Oh, hold on.
I'm going to top chow while she's getting that ready. Y'all ready for Halloween? I gotta go buy Halloween candy. Thought I was gonna sneeze. I knew as soon as I started talking I was gonna sneeze, but I didn't. Sorry about that. I thought I was gonna sneeze.
No, you're okay, love. It's all right. I was on the other screen, so.
All right. So what do you?
All right,
Okay.
I think she said 21 minutes in, but it's at 18:16. I'm gonna let it play through right here and let the dogs out real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Start it here.
Okay.
Undisputed fact number one. On January 29th, 2022, Officer John O'Keefe was found dead in the yard of Brian Albert at his house at 34 Fairview in Canton. That is undisputed fact, where he was found dead and what the circumstances were surrounding that death are why we're here now. Second undisputed fact, when John O'Keefe was found, he had this set of wounds on his right arm.
What do those wounds mean? What do those wounds mean? Prosecutor saying that's evidence of him getting run over. The defense is saying, no, that's like from a dog that was inside the house where they say John O'Keefe was murdered. This is an unreal story. So we're going to go through the evidence piece by piece, going to bring in the experts in just a second. But first, let's take a listen from the prosecution's case report, the findings made during the autopsy in this case. Let's listen.
On January 31st, Dr. Irini Scordi-Bello from the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner conducted the autopsy of Mr. O'Keefe. The doctor advised the troopers that she observed several abrasions to the victim's right forearm, 2 swollen black eyes, a small cut above the right eye, a cut to the left side of the nose, an approximately 2-inch laceration to the back right of his head, and multiple skull fractures that resulted in bleeding of the brain. Dr. Scordi-Bello further advised the troopers that the victim's pancreas was a dark red color indicating hypothermia, was a contributing factor to his death. Dr. Scordi-Bello opined from her examination that the significant blunt force trauma injuries occurred prior to Mr. O'Keefe becoming hypothermic, as evidenced by hemorrhaging in his pancreas and stomach. Mr. O'Keefe had arrived at the Good Samaritan Medical Center with a body temperature reading in the low 80s. The doctor opined that the extensive injuries to his head likely rendered Mr. O'Keefe incapacitated.
what does all that mean? Let's bring in our experts. We've got a great panel tonight. In Cope, South Carolina, expert witness from the Alec Murdaugh trial, currently Chief Deputy of the Orangeburg County Sheriff's Office. You recognize him, Dr. Kenny Kinsey of Kenny Kinsey and Associates. Joining us in Barrington, Rhode Island, board-certified forensic pathologist, Dr. Priya Banerjee. In Jacksonville, Alabama, forensic death investigator, professor of forensics at Jacksonville State University, host of the very popular Body Bags podcast, Joseph Scott Morgan. And in Salt Lake City, Utah, retired police commander, host of Profiling Evil on YouTube, Mike King.
Hi.
Look at Mike King. He's pretty cool. I love him.
I love Mike King.
I do too, and he's always up there with Duty Ron.
Yep, I love him. Oh my goodness, I love it. Look, when he said our panel of experts, honey, I thought he was talking about TurtleBoy was going to be up there as an expert. I was about to.
Oh hell!
Yeah, I'm
hell
about
to the no.
Yeah.
You guys want to finish watching it? Or you want to shut it off?
No, we can watch it. If you want to watch it, do you want to watch it? Yeah, I want to watch it.
It don't matter to me. She said 21 minutes, so we're right at 21:18. So here's where it starts.
All right.
Whew, great to see everyone. Guys, I'm just going to go ladies first. I'm sorry. We'll start with Dr. Priya Banerjee. We just went through these autopsy results. As you listen to them and you look at the results here, is it consistent with someone being struck as someone is backing up a car?
Well, I think, it really depends on the body conformation, the body position, but potentially that forearm could be a pattern from the car, from a car part. But I think really what it shows is that, that's not typical for a dog bite. Usually you have like the canine punctures and then small marks from the...
How about a canine scratch?
I still think that's less likely.
Gotcha.
I've seen various dog bites. And I think, if you mean canine scratch from his nails or from his teeth, maybe from the nails, but I still think they're too close together.
How about the multiple skull fractures? The multiple skull fractures.
That's really where the money is. That's the really most concerning part. The skull is not going to fracture without a significant impact. So whether he's hit somewhere else and falls and hits his head or is run over and that's causing the skull fractures and the laceration, you're getting the black eyes from blood draining from the inside. It's not from being punched in the face. So really, we call those raccoon eyes. You see that like it's a medical term where emergency personnel, anybody who deals with trauma knows, oh my gosh, this is a critical injury because there's a basilar skull.
That's what Ellie was talking about today with B-Tim. When me and Ellie and B-Tim were talking, she said panda eyes. I started cracking up because that's what Lip Block had said a while back, but she meant raccoon eyes, and that's when you hit and get trauma.
Yeah. Because the blood doesn't have anywhere to go, and so your orbits, those
right.
Your sinuses and your orbits, all that fills up.
So the base of the skull is crushed. It has, and all that blood's leaking down. That in and of itself can be lethal. Obviously, he survived a little bit for the rest of his body to be stressed in the cold weather. And those hypothermia findings are non-specific. Like we see them, we don't. But all in all, I would have to agree that there was an element of hypothermia.
Joseph Scott Morgan, what does your gut tell you on the level of these injuries and the allegations here that there's a drop-off and then she backs into him with the right rear part of the truck? It's an SUV.
Yeah, this SUV, I think that it's significant. Also, you've got a broken tail light that's in play here.
Oh, we're going to get there. We'll get to the broken tail light.
I didn't mean to. I'm not intending to bury the lead here, Ben, but this is significant because one of the reports reads that he was holding a glass and that they found shards of glass that may have been embedded in the bumper. And back to the doctor's point just a moment ago, relative to these injuries that you're seeing, one of the things that we look for in pedestrian strikes with motor vehicle accidents is we look for something called bumper marks. Generally, you see them on the leading edge of a car. If somebody is standing erect and they're trying to cross the street, one of the things that you see is that they're struck, generally around the knees, that sort of thing. Ben, he doesn't have any insults, it sounds like, really inferior to his hips. Everything is kind of taking place up above that. It would almost give you potentially the indication that he was in an asymmetrical position relative to this vehicle, with this vehicle potentially towering over him as she's impacting him. I think that that's kind of significant. And these scratches on the arms, I'm fascinated by this because it's cold weather, Vin. As you
Yeah, and with cold weather, I don't know. Those marks they still to me look like dog bites. I don't know. Like I just said, it's
the fact that they won't give them the DNA tissue samples to have them tested for dog DNA.
right.
That just, I didn't like that. It's like there's two sides to this case. It's like, so I don't think she'll be convicted. I think there's enough reasonable doubt, especially for murder. I don't believe that it's murder, but did you see what I wrote in back chat? I'm going to hell.
No, Biddy, I sure didn't.
Mm. Can I say it, even though I'm going to hell?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That lady, she's very sweet, very, very, very super smart, smarter than I'd ever want to be. But
Some folks said her color does look a bit green for me too, Rowena.
Yeah, she looked a little green, and she looked just like, because of her hair color, she looked just like Shrek's wife. That's what I kept saying. I'm sorry. I'm so gummied up. Banana, bitch. Banana. Somebody help me. But she did. I'm sorry. I'm going to hell. I'm taking all y'all with me. All y'all. But, yeah, she just looked like...
No.
She just looked like Shrek's wife. Shrek's wife is pretty.
You caught me off guard with that one.
Stop it. Stop.
Banana. All right, love. I'm getting tired. We've been on here
yeah.
almost 4 hours, and I'm getting sleepy. So I am gonna head to bed here soon. I appreciate you coming up, love, and thank you for hanging out with me.
Well, thank you for letting me come up. Now y'all have a good night.
Love.
Be safe.
Absolutely. Tomorrow's, or well, I guess what is it, after midnight? Oh, it's after midnight. So it's Friday the 13th. Y'all better be safe.
No, honey. You better be real safe.
October, and it's Friday the 13th. Ooh, y'all have a good... Y'all better get some rest and have a good day and a good night tomorrow night. I'm sure I'll be on here. We'll be on here shooting the shit at some point in time. You guys have a good night. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out, and everybody that came to chill and chit chat. I appreciate you. You know a cop's house has cameras. Oh, no, girl. They didn't have no cameras outside that nice-ass house. Did you see that? Girl, bye. I'm not believing that at all. Anyhow, good night, y'all. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll catch you on the flip side. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. Later, y'all.